That's what was going on this morning. So
Yes, sir.
yeah, we talked about that this morning at 9:10, Sean. But it's okay. You probably have some stuff going on. But now we covered that. What's going on with the Microsoft? That was this dump right here. This market's trying to stabilize itself from that Microsoft news. But they was getting ready to do this regardless. They just used it as to just further their agenda. There's nothing as a coincidence. I do not find it a coincidence that they're trying to run this LRLR here. This is not a this
No,
multi-day
it's not.
LRLR here. This is not a coincidence that they're starting to run this.
No, they're already engineering the market for it open.
Yes, yes, guys. I don't care how much your mentorship. $11 per month. $29 per month for Discord. About $40. You get 4 free one-on-one classes on the weekend. And you get to talk and you get to ask questions. If if all else fails, you get guys screw the profitable models we got inside here. If all else fails, you need to understand that you get 4 2 or 3 hour instructions on the weekend for like $8 9 a piece. No one's going to do that. Like if you're serious about trying to master trading, this is your best opportunity for you to do that. And not only that, it'd be one thing if I was just some clown. I
Nope,
know how to make money.
I never came across any other place like this where you got so much for so little.
Yeah, yeah, you heard him.
I,
AC is
I had
crazy.
I got a message
That's real.
yesterday.
Yo,
It
y'all
was,
see
it,
AC? AC said, "Man, press that button, man. Take a damn trade." I'm sorry, that's what I was laughing at. I was laughing at AC. I wasn't laughing at Finn. I was laughing at AC. Thought that shit was crazy. AC is hilarious.
yeah, uh, there was some new prop firm out of Australia, and they wanted to they just fund you right away, but they want you to pay like $2,500.
What the hell? That's
Yeah,
crazy.
crazy. You're nuts.
That's crazy, bro. But yeah, man. But yeah, bro. Look, don't take too much. AC is one of my more profitable students. He just made $14,000, 15, whatever the fuck it was yesterday. I can't remember. So
Congratulations,
he's just
AC.
joking with you, bro. So don't don't get that confused. All this aside, it's funny as hell to me. To me, it's funny. To others, he'll confuse you. Just to let you know. So yeah, he joins the TikTok. He joins Discord. He was unprofitable before. How much yours, twin? 38. Oh, nice. Good job. Oh, so you run a course. Good job. Good job. He said, yeah, this dude Candy is profitable too. Oh, yes? Good job. Helping others. Proud of you. That's the goal, to help others. Everyone has their own teaching style.
Always
He said,
help
young
others.
kids in Canada. I used to watch his streams. Really? Good. That's dope. Yeah, this dude kind of is profitable. Oh, yeah. Good. I'm happy for him. That's right around what I got going on. Good morning, Deja. Okay, they're goofing around here, clearly. Time distortion, sideways. We didn't even, did we tap into this 15-minute busy on NQ? I don't know, let's check. Because they might be off by like a tick or two, just to let you know. Let's double check. Because if they tapped it on, yeah, they did, they tapped it. Oh, wait, hold on. They tapped it on ES, they didn't tap it on NQ. Let me delete this. Let me delete. Alrighty, let's get acquainted, shall we? Keep on rejecting this over here. We inverse this. We tapped to that 15-minute biscuit just now. Okay. Hmm. And they about to dump AC says. AC. Let me take a look. Let me get acquainted. Ain't this news releasing in like 3 minutes? We about to F around and find out. Probably best we do nothing beforehand. They can do a lot of confusion. We didn't tap into this larger 15-minute bit, so we missed it by a few ticks. They might want to dump this down in here to tap into this, just to let you know. They might do that. They might do this. It's just looking to me like they're starting to make people feel safe. I don't give a damn about what that news says. I don't like that. This right here is screaming to someone that doesn't know what the hell they're doing. Buy right here. Support. Trendline. Buy. This is screaming to me like, hey, you're like, buy it. Like, if this data isn't like otherworldly, like where it's like, oh my goodness, the economy is booming. Like, I don't see why they would not dump this here. This has almost nothing to do with technicals, especially considering that they've already filled that gap above. This is like screaming like, hey, like this is safe. Buy here. I'm not even joking.
I think the economy's not doing as good as they want us to think it's doing.
I know for a fact it's not.
But, but yeah, that's why they're Trump's trying to hold back from letting the GDP out.
25,503, your entry. AC, this is going to be huge news. I'm not too sure about that. Not even on tuna, AC, not even on 2 MQs. Because you could lose easily $300 in 60 seconds per account. If that's what you want to risk, then that's fine. But just know and understand that they're either going to come here or they're going to come here instantaneously almost. Understand that. The news is the ISM. You got AC. You got 10 seconds to decide. So like, if you want to cut it right now in profit, cut it and then reevaluate. You can lose $400 to $500 of 2 MNQs in 5 to 10 seconds. I'll take the risk. I'm up 1,000 right now from Asia. Okay, watch it. Analyze it. They're either going to come here or here. You see that? They're going to come here. I don't even know what the news said. I don't see why they want to go up. We're getting ready to look right now. This shit better be otherworldly. Let's look. Hold on. Give it a second. I'm pulling it up now. Okay. ISM came in at 52.6. Mixed bag. Estimate was 52. Last month was 52.4. It's slightly beat, that's why. Services came in under 54.1. Trump speaks at 2:30. Oh God. What is going on with that? gathering liquidity for a shoot down. I agree. I agree. That's what I think too. But they might come up here and pop this and then dump. Chittle been doing real good. Like real good. Yeah, he's been getting it. He's been getting it. He's been improving. Absolutely. Them shooting up into here leads me to believe that they're getting ready to come here and attack this. That's what I think in my brain. I think they're getting ready to come up here and shoot this and attack this. I think they want to fill these orders up in here. So like when I saw that flash, just told me they was getting ready to come here. Like if you don't have an actionable strategy that you're managing your risk off of, not AC or anybody that was opposite of this trade, then you need to figure that out. That's why I told AC that. But he said he was up and he was willing to manage his risk off of it. So he's his own trader. I can't force him to do. I can't force him to do anything. But I told him this right here that he was probably going to lose $300 or $400 if he's in two MQs, which is $300. So, yeah, that's fine. He can risk that. Look at that green shoot. They might turn this market bullish now. Like Microsoft might start shaking this off. Best to be on alert. You see that? Don't give up all your profits, AC. Most of our risk on this trade is $500 is half your profits from Asia. I wouldn't give up any more. You really don't have any confirmation going against this data right now. You don't know what they're getting ready to do. And like I know you really don't want to cut this, and like I know you don't want to admit defeat and give up half the profits that you made overnight, but it is what it is. Yeah, that stop loss needs to be at $500. You don't want to you don't want to risk half of that, half of your profits. Guys, I'm talking to somebody from Discord, just to let you know. If you're able to understand and interpret what I'm saying in real time, I can somewhat help you and give you guidance in regards to what they could potentially do to help you better be a better risk manager, to help you. No one's going to do that for you either anywhere else. But like if you enter to a shorter, you like, hey man, this is a good idea, and I ask you, what are you looking at, and you like, well, I don't know, I'm just shorting this, then I can't help you. Or hey man, you know what? I'm just longing this up here. I don't know what I'm doing. I bought this top here. Can you help me manage this? I can't trade for you. I can just give you some insight personally. You have to have some insight or understand what's going on. Look at that, they're shooting. Oh, look at that. Confusion. Looks like they were using that 30-minute Sibi as a perfect support. It rejected consequent encroachment 4 times. Really? Where? Great eye. Let's see what we got. Consequent encroachment of this 30-minute Sibi is where? It rejected it multiple times. Where? Where did it reject the consequent encroachment of this 30-minute Sibi at? We haven't even touched it. What are you looking at? What are you looking at, Sean? Shawnee, what you looking at? You talking about this? There's 30-minute Sibi consequent encroachment is right here. What you looking at? You see something I don't see? Where we're rejecting the consequent encroachment at? You talking about ES? From the first. You talking about ES or NQ? What are you talking about? Where's it at? Where's the 30-minute Sibi at on this chart? Am I lost? Send me a screenshot of your screen. I don't see it. I do not see an unfilled 30-minute Sibi. This market's been bullish this entire time. Where's it at? From the first. Where? Okay, good job. I think it's gonna dump for real. Yeah, I can see that. I gotta watch this. Let me mark out this 15-minute Sibi. Guys, unless you have specifically back tested inverses and your strategy is directly aligned with inverses, I really don't I really don't like the inverses as much. They work, yeah. But unless you but if I do the inverses, then I gotta for sure pay attention to the bisses and sibbies, right? I like to try and keep it as simple as possible. So that's why y'all never really see me trading inverses. So like if you're looking at like an inverse of a sibby, if that's what you're talking about, I don't know what Shawnee was talking about. Then that's what you back tested. But guys, I like my chart being as clear as possible. So when an FEG or when an imbalance is filled, I delete it. I don't even want to look at it anymore. Because my chart would look insane if I was charting all of the inverses and all of the bitches all at the same time. Oh, Discord is up. Thanks, Deja. Thanks for the heads up. Man, they're about to dump. Is this a good entry? I have no idea. I don't know what you know, what you're trying to manage your risk off of, Corv. They did create this Sibi here. What are they getting ready to do over here up in the zone? Should I take a stab at this short in order to target a lower draw on liquidity because they're bouncing this? Does that seem like a good idea? Potentially. I might be able to manage my risk off of this in order to then try and target what? How much money am I trying to make off of this? How much money do I need for this payout? Okay. 80 bucks would do it. Four contracts, five contracts for 40 would do it. What can I target? As in, like, what have they made apparent that they're getting ready to do here? Can I manage my risk off of this? We're tapping into this for one, two, three times. What can I target reasonably here? I don't have anything like any internals or anything like that, so I might want to wait. This Bissy is huge and it's trapped between this huge Bissy that we displaced from and this 1 minute Sibi. Hmm. Hmm. I think they're still trying to decide. I think they want to dump. That's just me. But I gotta watch this. If personally, if I was AC, well, he's willing to manage. Well, he's willing to risk $500, so that's fine. But if it was me, suffer 300 ticks would be like my threshold. I would be looking to get out of break even the moment that they do it, and then I'll just reevaluate. I like being very precise. I think that they're still trying to decide. That's why I'm not jumping in front of this moving train right now. It's going to sell off. I don't know, but overall, I believe it is. Hmm. I don't think you're wrong about that. I do not think you're wrong about that. As a matter of fact, looks like it was filled. Let's see. Yeah, that was filled for sure because they closed it above it on a 30-minute time frame. What you were saying was so they're bouncing off of the inverse of that 15 of that 30 minute Sibi, Sean. So when they inversed it, they're bouncing off of that, not rejecting. That's why I was confused. So rejecting means they're going up and like they keep on like tapping like this is rejecting the consequent encroachment of this 15-minute Sibi. Tap, dump, tap, dump. It's rejecting. They're bouncing off of it. So since they inversed it, it's no longer in effect. So they're bouncing off of what they're inverse. They're using that inverse as support on what you're looking at, Sean. I think they're getting ready to dump. That's what I think. This right here, this 1 and this 5 minute Bissy is the last of the Mohicans on this trade here. If they inverse this 1 minute Bissy, they're gonna flash dump this through this floor and then tap into this 15-minute Sibi, which is what I think that they want to do. They're gonna flash jump this through this floor.
I love how you use that. How you use that phrase.
What flash jump?
No, like, this is the last of the Mohicans here.
Yeah. Yeah, 7-4. Yeah. Yeah. Who's that? That was 7-4? Who said that?
Yeah,
I don't want to make sure. Yeah,
'cause
bro.
you
For
keep you
real.
keep
That's
using
the
it now.
it's the last. It's the last line of the it's the last of the dying breed. That's it. If we inverse this on a 1 minute time frame, they're gonna dump this. So I'm telling you this now. So if you are in a so if you are in a long here, and if they inverse this, you need to be looking at trying to get the fuck out because your shit about to go to zero. So if you're in a long, and then on top of that, we're in a 15-minute Sibi. If you are in a long, you better hope to God you see that bounce. You see what I'm saying? The last of its dying breed is putting up a fight right here and right here, right now. There's one of this 5 minute bits here. Well, how do you know that it's the last, bro? How do you know that? Because if this market is trying to go any higher, it needs to hold on to this imbalance here. It's just,
Experience.
huh?
Experience. That's how you know.
Absolutely experience. I've seen this story time and time again with these people. Because at this point in time, from looking at them, I can tell that, like, I can tell which ones are more important and which ones are not based off of what they've done before in the past. It's just back testing and forward testing. Do you think there will be a continuation to the downside due to the double top around nine? Double top? Where? Whenever people say double top and double bottoms, I go on alert. Where? Double top. Is that a double top? 68625. Oof, that is one. Jesus Christ. Hmm. That's how this market can seriously hurt you. Good eye. Good eye, Duran. Wow. Not as strong as if they did this though. If they did this, then I'd really be scared. But this double top, gravitational pull, 6. This about an 8. Hmm. We gotta watch that. Double top around 9. Is it another double top? Let's look at NQ. You talking about on ES or NQ? You know, there's no double top on NQ. Must have been talking about ES. Yeah, you gotta watch this. Great eye. It's also another reason why I created this community because I can't see everything. Took 370 some on one account on that short. Good job, Chilo. Yeah. Ask AC what he's targeting. I'm assuming AC might be targeting that 15-minute Sibi below because they haven't tapped into that. I'm assuming because that's what I would be targeting if I was him. Remember what I said about this being the last line of defense? You see that? You see us putting up a fight? I will tell you what you need to be holding hopes on. So, like, if you were getting ready to loan this here, then you would have been able to manage your risk to an inverse of this. So, like, you would have damn near got like a 5, 6, 7, 8 hour trade. That's how you need to interpret this. That's why this is not an alert service. You need to be able to interpret the things that I'm telling you in real time. If I explicitly, if you're bullish, guys, this is a learning example. If you're so for anyone that's new inside Discord, once you understand what I'm talking about and you've been dumb paper trading for a little bit, once you begin to understand what I'm talking about, if you think that this market is getting ready to go higher for whatever strategy that you're looking at, and if I say this is the last line of defense for a long here, that does not mean that you're scared and you close your long. That means that if you're bullish, you now know that I can manage my risk to this to potentially go higher. And it works in the opposite way. Like if they're knocking on the door on something, and if I say, if they inverse this, they're going to shoot, you need to be interpreting that as, whoa, that, okay, am I still bearish? Do I have a lower draw on liquidity? And if so, then I might be willing to short this and manage my risk to that. Like I can risk 34, 35, maybe 40 ticks to potentially try and make, I don't know, 200, 300, 400 ticks. That sounds like a 7 or 8 hour trade. That sounds advantageous to me. I might take that. Look at that. What is that? What is that? Close. 46. Low. 52. 6-point volume imbalance. They're not going to give me a chance to react to this. 6-point volume imbalance. Close. 67. Low. 79. 12-point volume imbalance. I'm getting ready to short this. Holy fuck. Damn it. That was easy money. Shit. 10 seconds too late. 10 seconds too late. I was out. Fuck. Yeah. Okay. All right. Shit. They were handing out free money just now. Did you not see that? Oh, boy. They're going to run this the rest of the week. No, we got to see. TJ? Do you think there will be a okay, I just read that. Just be clear. What do we do, LOL? What do you mean, what do we do? The Mr. Dre? I believe so. I think we're coming back to break 2400 range before the market truly, yeah. I think that they're engineering this LRLR over here to be ran. I told Discord this. If you look on a 15-minute time frame, we've been engineering. Look, we've just been floating up ever since I told you that we was getting ready to shoot up. Guys, I told you this market right here was getting ready to pump right here on this day. I told you this. That they was getting ready to do this. So help me God, I did. Look, it's right here. I said it right here. You want to know how I remember saying it? Because I remember saying this. Look. You see this? Everything inside Discord is timestamped. So I'm not making up no lies. So if you want to understand what the fuck they're doing, then you need to be fucking inside here. This market look, I sent this out on the 20th, as you can tell. They started bouncing on the 21st. Market completed numerous major objectives the past several days, I says. Friday being an inside day would not surprise me at all. Expect market stabilization. It's like the market starts saying, hey, you know what? I don't want to go lower no more. stabilization and start stabilizing itself, and potential time distortion to run rampant. Like they're starting to just goof around at a minimum. And I says they have now freed the market to begin a multi-day lower high rally with today's dump when we take out the October low. I didn't say, hey, we're going to keep dumping. I said this market is free. See that? This is why ES is bouncing nearly 0.5% and NQ is lagging behind it. So I said that on the 20th now. And then they started bouncing on the 21st, just to let you know. ES and SPX are beginning to flip bullish, or it's in the works to do so. This is why you need to be paying attention to this pre-market trading plan. No one's going to give this to you. Do you have a mentor? It's the question I ask. See that? Oh wait, I'm sorry. I'm sorry y'all didn't see that. Let me reread this again. Sorry. Right here. Discord sorry, I apologize. Type in freed right here. Timestamp 11:20. Sorry. Market completed numerous major objectives the past several days. Friday, okay, right here. They have now freed the market to begin a multi-day lower high rally with today's dump when we took out the October low. This is why ES is bouncing. I says in all bold, ES and SPX are beginning to flip bullish or is in the works to do so. I said this is timestamped right here. There is no confusion. There is no confusion. All right. So you knew that they was getting ready to do this 2 weeks ago. If you were paying attention, were you paying attention? Do you have a mentor? Is the question that needs to be answered. Are you inside here? Imagine if you had like foresight into this market and like what the fuck you could do once you begin to seriously understand. Then it's up to you to just execute. Takes the load off. Why don't you want to make your job as easy as possible? I don't get that. Or you can keep on searching for weird strategies on YouTube. Those work too.
Yeah, they work to drain your account.
That's exactly what I said. That's why I said not really. Yeah, drain your account. That a volume balance right there? I spy with my little eye. They're trying to shoot. Close 81. That's an 8-point volume balance. They're getting ready to shoot this. They're getting ready to shoot this thing. Okay. So there we go. Yeah, no, they're getting ready to shoot that. This Discord taught me how to trade and understand the market 10 times better than when I was on my own. Thanks for got my mind. I appreciate that, brother. That's all I'm trying to get people to understand. You're the guy. I forgot my mind. My guy. I appreciate you, man, for stopping through, man, and showing love as always. Family forever.
Definitely.
Absolutely. I don't know what they're doing over here. They're confusing people and they're engineering liquidity here. I don't want to be a part of this. My rules explicitly state I do not trade in a sideways market. They're trying to confuse people. They can fool others, but not me. I'll sit here and I'll wait for them to engineer liquidity and for it to make it and for it to become clearly obvious. I don't know what these people are getting ready to try and do. I don't know like if they're getting ready to shoot us on up here into the zone and attack these higher levels of imbalances here. Or like if we're gonna flash jump through this floor, then attack this 15 minutes Sibi here. I don't know what these people are trying to do here. I literally have no idea what they're trying to accomplish. I don't know if they're getting ready to shake up this Microsoft news or not. I don't know what's going on. No one has any idea what they're trying to do. They're just in this clusterfuck decision over here. Look at this. Since the 26th, look. This has been nothing. Confusion. They're confusing people. They're doing nothing. They're getting you off sides, and look at that volume imbalance right there on the spot. It came up to fill. Jesus Christ, that's what that was. Why didn't I see that? See that volume balance that was created? We stopped here and we shot up and we created more on the way down and they came down and dumped it and filled it and then shot it back up to just go back to doing nothing. I can't believe I missed this volume balance trade right here. I was getting ready to short that. That would have been a great trade. I was getting ready to press the button. But I had to set the alert. My rule for the volume balances is this. If I see a volume imbalance and if they don't give me enough time to short it or long it to target it after I set an alert, then I don't need to be in that trade. If they can't give me 10 seconds, 15 seconds to look at it, analyze it, read it, and then set the alert and then go over here so that I can press the order button and understand how I'm going to manage my risk all within 60 seconds, then I don't need to be a part of it. That just tells me that, well, one, I was correct, but two, it's just, yeah, just is what it is. Next one, it's okay. There will always be another opportunity, whether you can participate or not. That's the part most people don't understand. There will always be another opportunity, whether you get to participate or not. All right, like if you blow up your account and you see guys, it doesn't matter how good of the next trade is if you have no account to trade. Or like if you see an opportunity for you to make $5,000 on this trade and it's just screaming your name and you took your account balance from 25 to 30,000 down to 2 or 3,000 and you can only enter into one mini, then you're screwed. Would you rather leave money on the table rather than lose money? D says, hold on. Okay. You're following me, so I'll consider answering your question. Okay, because I was going to say, you shouldn't necessarily take my advice if you're not following, but you are following. Okay, D. Would I rather leave money on the table than lose money? Okay. I care more about, in the grand scheme of things, being profitable than I care about being right. So I would rather leave money on the table 100% of the time. Like, it's not even a question, than lose money. You want to know why? Because not being in a position is a position. It is. I got a question for you. You want to know what answers that question? If I long this right here thinking they was getting ready to go up and they dumped this over here against me, what am I going to be saying? Damn. I wish I wasn't in this trade. Not damn. I wish I made money. Damn. I know I shouldn't have did that shit. Please just go back to break even so I can get out. I think about that every single time before I press this button. Am I going to scream, man, I wish I was out? That's what I think. Guys, you would rather, guys, I don't care if you lost $50 and you got 100 million in your account. You would rather not lose $50 with 100 million inside your account than damn be in a position going against you. Because that's $50 that you could bought a sandwich. You could have bought a sandwich or two with. Because if you got 100 million, you're not buying no damn $5 sandwiches. You're going to like some high level place and you dropping $40, $50 on a sandwich. And shit, you might, you know what I'm saying? You might tip the waitress down $500, $600. If you got 100 million. Lunch for you at 100 million is probably like $1,000 excursion at that point. Just a random excursion out, just a random lunch experience. That's why I stay inside the house. I don't got 100 million, but when I go out for lunch, like unless I'm going to Chipotle, which I go to like 3 or 4 times a week, which is the exact price that I priced the Knowledge and Community page for a reason. It's priced to explicitly match the price of a chicken Chipotle burrito. So I know that if you don't got a chicken Chipotle burrito, then you're not trying to take trading seriously. I know that. That's what I do know. That's what I do know for a fact. In any event, what was I getting ready to say? So yeah, that's why it's priced that way. So I know that you're not trying to. I mean, you might be trying to take it seriously, but you just might not have $11. You don't need to be trading seriously if you don't have $11 to spare. Or you can just watch for free. There's no skin on my bones. AC net worth wise, like net worth wise, probably like 6, 7, probably like 5, 6 months ago. AC. I didn't start making serious money until I started leveraging other people's money. That's what I started to do. That's what helped me. Guys, when I showed y'all my bank statement yesterday, and like when I told y'all I made like $75,000 this past month, that was guys. Guys, obviously I'm not withdrawing that from. Obviously I didn't withdraw that from Apex. I only withdrew like 12,000 from Apex, and that 12,000 from Apex is not included in that balance that I showed you because that's cool. That's going to my Chase account. The Apex account is in a completely separate bank account. It's not even in my name. Just to let you know, because I've been banned from Apex, so that's not even included in that. So that's coming from like other swing trading investment ideas that like I'm looking at and like I'm doing with the market. I share almost risk-free things inside here, like things that are like no-brainers that almost everybody can follow in order to change their lives. I don't want to do anything too ridiculously complicated. I'm going to share things that I for sure know that you can follow, and it'll be easy for you to have instruction within follow and change your life on. That's what I'm sharing. The other investment objectives that I'm doing and stuff like that, I'm doing from like different portfolios. We got going on. Look at that green shoot. Oh, let me read this chat. What's going on here? Man, that's what I was thinking. Hold on. Did Trump say some bullshit? Oh, let me see. Yeah, that candle's crazy. Microsoft is refuting the article in the morning. That's what that news was. It took me 30 seconds for it to hit it. Microsoft is saying no, that's false. Look at the Microsoft bounce now. You'll know it here first what happened. Do not be trying to short this. Microsoft just walked back the statements that caused this market to go from being up a third of a percent to then dumping this far right over here in a straight line. They just walked back that statement and they just said that that's false. They just said that was false. If you were in a short right now, you need to be reconsidering. I I just told you. I would not lie to you. Obviously, I wouldn't. Need the money. I'll get it later. No, I'm just saying God will provide. Mhm. Look at that dump candle. Yeah, they walked that statement back. They said, "What was that? That's false." Monday, I got my regular order and added some shrimp to it. It was a nice treat. Good job. 7-4. 7-4 treat themselves. Good job. I'm just reading the messages. All right, it's cold and snowed a little yesterday. Okay, I answered that. Did you really say 6-7? What you mean 6-7? Huh? I'm up 780 for the damn top step. I need 220 to complete my profit target, but I'm not feeling it today. 8-9? What you mean 8-9? What does that mean? Man, that's what I was thinking this morning. Bro, you up $800 for the day on the top step? Do not fall victim to the illusion that you need to make $1,000 every day, 7-4. You trade your setup. And if your setup is there, you trade it. If not, then don't do it. If you guys listen, if you start getting the question like, should I try and squeeze a little something out of this? Then you don't need to be squeezing something out of it. If you're guys, that's why I ended the live stream early yesterday. Guys, because I outlined 6 or 7 trades and I took 3 or 4 of them that were bangers, and it was like 6, 7, 8 of them yesterday, and they all went through 100% to completion with almost no drawdown. So I started to think to myself, what is the likelihood that my next one is probably not going to be as good? Like I might have to do some weird shit like risk management. So I'm gonna just walk away from my screen. You need to begin to exercise that too. You need to begin to exercise caution on these, just to let you know. You need to begin to exercise caution. I'm just being honest with you. You do. That's what you need to do. Begin to exercise caution. If you're at that goal and you starting to feel like I'm feeling a little bit antsy, it's probably best you walk away. Guys, the goal is going to be, guys, the goal is just going to be achieved, just like without you even thinking about it. If you feel as though you're starting to force that goal, then you don't need to be inside that trade, and you don't need to be trading for the rest of the day. This is the lesson of 7-4, and anyone listening. So if you normally average like $1,000 and you sitting at 900, and you getting that antsy feeling like, man, I normally make 1,000, man. Let me try and push this. You're going to lose more than likely, and then when you go down, you're not going to want to go back. So now you're playing a psychological game with yourself. Because if you go from 900 to 600, now you're looking at it, you like, damn, I just lost $300. Now I'm $400 away from my goal. Now I for sure got to stay in front of the screen, right? And then on the next one, you hold on to the damn trade, and now your account gone. All because you was trying to be greedy and you was trying to squeeze out an extra $100. Like, guys, use the
Can I say something real quick?
what? Yeah, go
I
ahead.
just literally squeezed out an extra $100. I just said that.
So, well, good. You got lucky. You one of the lucky ones. It does not work out like that for most people. You're starting to turn the corner on your profitability, so that's good for you. So if that's your normal trading strategy, then that's fine. But most people's normal trading strategy does not call for that because most people cannot discern the difference between downsizing on their normal trading. Guys, if people normally trade 2 minis on their normal trading strategy and like they're at like $900, but they normally make 1,000, they'll trade 2 minis to try and make $100 when that 2 minis made them $900. So like they'll try and do some weird strategy that's not aligned with their strategy, and then they'll try and make $100 off of 2 minis, and then like instantaneously they'll be down 400 or 500, and then they'll cut it, and then now they'll be forced to be in front of the screen for the rest of the day. If your boss handed you a check for $900 and a work day and was like, "Hey, you can leave early today, and you've only been at work for an hour," what would you do? Would you stay there and be like, "Nah, I want to stay over here to try and work some overtime," or would you take that check and would you walk away? I don't know what these people over here are trying to do. This Microsoft news is confusing. Microsoft hasn't lowered sales targets, CNBC says 2 minutes ago. Hmm. See what I'm saying? You see how they can just lie and just manufacture shit to test the market? Can you believe all of the people that lost their fucking accounts up here when they dumped this market 1% in a straight line? And then like at 10:30, and then at 10:30, 45 minutes later, they come out and say, "What are you talking about? That was false." Like a representative from the company says, "Who the hell said that? That was false." And now your account's on zero and you have no one to blame. That reason right there is why I don't be buying tops and be trading in sideways time distortion. Anything can happen. They're not gonna get me. That right there is the bullshit I'm talking about right there. They just walked that whole statement back. This market down 1% for no reason. But I really don't think it gives. But I really don't think they give a fuck about the comments. I'm just being for real with you. They don't care. The market's gonna do what it's gonna do regardless. They basically just reset the market. Look at the market being confusing people. Look, they just popped this just now. Okay, what's going on? Is Trump talking? No. Okay, I just read that. I'll be back. I got a meeting for work, AC. Oh man, I'm done. No, I faded that. I've done that when I was $4 from a payout. You get a 3,000 profit at. I'm telling you, Chris, that shit is no joke, bro. I just read that message. He said, Chris says, I've done that when I was $4 from a payout. Needed 3,000 profit for 296. Figured I could make that $4 easy. 30 minutes later, account gone. Yeah. It's a hard lesson to learn when sometimes that last bit isn't even worth it, even if it's just $1. Absolutely something for that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Now, Chris, I got a
Hey,
question.
Chris, you mean like a lesson before, right? Not today, right?
Yeah, hopefully he means in the past. Yeah, he means in the past. He says I've done that. So I don't think he said like if that just happened, then he probably means then he would say I just did that. Like the past. It's 6 out of 6 profit days in a row. Yep.
Oh,
Like,
because I think he had mentioned he was in the short, so I was like, oh man,
yeah,
like
that's right.
how did he get that like far, like 2,000 in that short time? I was like,
Yeah.
damn, dude.
Yeah. Chris, I got a question. Were you were you trading your normal size, or did you downsize to then trade your normal size, or did you enter into your normal size trying to make $4? Be honest. I know you'll be honest because you know you're a truthful guy, as we all are in here. But what happened? That was my past life. Yeah. What happened? I had a heart attack. Downsized, and after a couple hundred, I sized up a bit. Oh, man, you should have been trading one MNQ for $4. One MNQ and scalp that thing for 20 ticks. What did you? Do you remember what you downsized to? Because that that doesn't seem like something that I would forget personally. I felt bad laughing my $100 gain after reading that. Yeah, that's why I didn't laugh. Cause that's not funny. You want to know why? Because I used to fall victim to that. Guys, I'm gonna only tell you the things that I used to fall victim to myself in my journey, so you can avoid those. Oh my goodness, my dad sent me a great quote 4 or 5 days ago that reminds me that I wanted to share with you guys. My dad sent me a quote. He sent me this quote like a week ago, and I said I was going to share it, but I forgot. My dad says, quote, smart people learn from their own mistakes. Dot dot dot. The wisest people learn from the mistakes of others and never make them. I'm gonna screenshot that. Guys, people that are not very smart, they don't learn from their own mistakes. They don't learn from their own mistakes. They just keep on making the same stupid mistakes over again. Like they'll like they'll be keep on blowing up accounts for like 7, 8, 9, 10 years and keep on trying to trade the same strategy and not adjust. Or like they'll see something in front of them and like they'll see that other people are not being successful doing it and then they'll keep on doing it. Like why would you do the same thing but expect different results? I'm not saying keep on shifting strategies the moment you lose, but we're all adults. We can decipher the difference, right? But the wisest people will learn from the mistakes of others. The things that I'm telling you that used to stump me up, you need to be learning from those. You need to be listening. There's a reason why I'm saying that. So like, you need to be wise. Like when we got this candle right here, and I told you right here, and I was like, hey, Microsoft just walked those comments back. There's no real reason to be in a short at this point in time. And like if you added triple X your size on this short because you saw this green candle here, and like they do a random green candle burst up into here, and your account goes to zero, then what are you doing? That's not smart. Yeah, 874 on the day. Got to end on that number. Absolutely. End it on the day. 74. 74. Your journey inside here has been. I'm gonna play the left field of my combine, brother. Your journey inside here has been great to watch. I remember when you were blowing up accounts. I remember those messages you used to send me. You used to be like, bro, like, I don't know what's going on. Like, what am I doing? Your confidence was lacking. I remember. Bro, like it was yesterday. Bro, now, bro, you are turning into one of those people inside here, day in and day out. You're probably averaging like $500, $600, $700 a day now. And it just took you a couple of months, bro, of just not being greedy and understanding what you're looking at. I need to increase my accounts. After some more consistency. I'll probably say get like another payout or two. I remember, bro, like it was yesterday. That is incredible to watch, bro, in real time. So many other people are going to be like that, I'm telling you. You didn't know left from right back then. I bet you didn't even know if you was going to be able to do this. I want to increase my account so I can decrease my risk. No, you don't. You need to increase your account so that you can increase your surface area and do the same thing across multiple accounts. Do not don't change up what you're doing. That same $800 that you're making, you're just gonna do it across 4 or 5 other accounts. And instead of you making $800 a day, in like a month or two, it's gonna turn to $3,000 a day, and then something miraculous is gonna happen. Once you do that, and once you go on a streak like this again with those accounts, it's gonna be no difference. You'll look up, and then after 10 days, you'll have like 30,000, and like after a month, then you'll be making 40, 30, 40, 50,000 a month. You're almost there, and it's only taking a couple months. So keep on. But what you need to do is that you need to withdraw a specific amount of money and don't blow it, so that you're not thirsty for the money while you're trading, and so that you have some cushion in the event that something goes wrong. What you're doing right now is showing the consistency and proving to yourself that you can do it. That's what you're doing. You're proving to yourself that you can do it and that it is possible, which you are clearly showing now. So you add and you stack the days doing that. And then you add the accounts based off of the profits that you've accumulated in the past. And now you know what you need to do, and you just do the same thing across the other accounts, but copy trading now. And on that run, instead of making $800 in a day, you'll be making $6,000 to $7,000 in a day, potentially minimum. And then you do that for half the time. You will not have to be consistent as long. You will only have to be consistent in that endeavor less than half that time. Why? Because you'll be spread across 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 accounts minimum. So the hardest part is now, believe it or not. Once you add those accounts, just do the same thing that you're doing, and then you'll be making like $10,000 a day. And that is the zero to hero story that I just keep on telling people. And y'all see it right now in real time. If y'all have been if anyone has been watching 7-4's journey, y'all know what I'm talking about. He was unprofitable. I'm assuming he was, because I remember him sending me a message. I don't, unless he was trying to bamboozle me. That's all he needs to do. He says, true. Yeah. 10K a day is his goal, then that's fine. What I
Your
would probably,
Discord was the last of the Mohicans for me.
it was.
Yeah, I was like, if I don't make this work, I'm done.
Damn, that's crazy, bro. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You was on your last leg, and now you feel invigorated. Now you're being rewarded 100-fold. Now you just need to keep on doing what you're doing, withdraw, and you can get to 10K a day if you just start the consistency right now, and then you add 7, 8 accounts, which ain't nothing. You're understanding what you need to do. Your edge is there. Whatever that edge is, it's there. So you just need to rinse and repeat that. Like those $150, $200 scalps that you're playing, you need to do that like 2 or 3 times a day, and you're already there. Just keep doing what you're doing. So keep trading that same smaller size that you're doing. Even if it's 50, 75, $80, $100 sometimes. Sometimes I'd be seeing you saying, yo, I got $60 per account. Great. Most people gotta work all day to get $60. Don't be greedy. You trust your judgment that you back tested and you rinse and you repeat. Trust your judgment. And your position sizing because you understand how to manage your risk. They're just confusing people. They're going back and forth. Market autopilot. It's the last month of the year. They might be goofing around. Is that 15-minute volume imbalance? And are they going to fill that? On what? NQ or MNQ? Before I look. Sean? It's almost impossible to see volume imbalance on a 15-minute time frame. They really don't hold that much weight. Nah. You really not gonna see no volume imbalance on a 15-minute time frame. So there isn't one here. There might be one here based off of what they show on YouTube as far as volume imbalances, but not what they show on. But not what I'm talking about. They're confusing people just going sideways. I think they're trying to churn out the people in options. Guys, just so you know, the algorithm is really only going to make a mistake while it's trading on a 1-minute time frame for volume imbalances. It's not going to do it on a 15-minute time frame. On a 15-minute time frame, they're really going to come back for those. They're not going to create one on a 15-minute time frame and like it be evident in order for you to trade it. They're not going to do that. You might get like one of those a year. It's best not to even pay attention to it. I've tried to look for them on other time frames. Your best shot is the 1-minute time frame on QQQ, SPY, and SPX. Very rarely will they even show it on NQ. They might show it a couple times a month on NQ. So they damn sure not gonna show it on, and that's on a 1-minute time frame. They damn sure not gonna show it on a 15-minute time frame. That's cooked. They're going sideways here and they're confusing people. I don't know what they're trying to do. The Microsoft bouncing. The Netflix down 6%. What the hell is going on with them? They're weighing the market down. Excuse me. UNH up 2.5. Look at the Lulu. I hope the Lulu goes to 150 today. I mean tomorrow. If the Lulu goes to 150, I'll be happy. I hope the Lulu goes to 150 on the earnings. If they flash jump 150, I'll wait 3 or 4 days and I'll buy more. I'm not in the Lulu anymore. Lulu's either going to go to 150 or they're going to go to like 210 on Friday. I think they report earnings on tomorrow. They're confusing people. I don't have any SIBI right here that we've created ever since that news came out for me to manage my risk, which leads me to believe that I think they're goofing off. I'm not going to short something I'm not going to short this after they walk those comments back without them creating an imbalance after that news has been released or after that information has hit the wire. In order for me to think this is bearish, they need to create an imbalance, a bearish imbalance after it has hit the market. I'm not going to do anything contrary to that. Because this reaction right here was telling me that they was not playing around with that. So like I needed them to show, man, you know what? F that news, we're gonna dump. And then I'll think that their serious going down. So like that's what I'm thinking as of right now. So like they need to dump this and then dump this again for another 2 or 3 more minutes to create a bearish imbalance. What news was it? He says Microsoft walked those comments back that caused the market to drop 1% in a straight line right there. It was about them lowering guidance for their AI department. And they walked it back right over here on this comment. The spokesperson from Microsoft said, "Yo, what the hell are y'all talking about? Who said that? That was false." And then that was this green shoe right here that you saw that liquidated everybody. I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna wait. I don't know
That's
what
that's
they're gonna do.
crazy that they did that too.
Yeah, they'll do that, guys. Y'all didn't understand this market can dump 1% in a straight line off of a mere rumor. Guys, I've seen the market dump 12% in a straight line off of, guys, I've seen the market pump 12% in a straight line, like not no shitcoin. I've seen the NASDAQ pump 12.5% in a straight line off of a mere rumor from, from I think it was Rugers or whatever it is, or Bloomberg. The NASDAQ I have. Well, that must have been 40 years ago. One, I'm not 40 years old. And then two, that was not that. That was just this year. Because I remember, because I remember with them saying, Trump's going to walk back the tariffs when he first started putting tariffs on China, and the market pumped 12% in a straight line that day. That was insane. What the market maker was charging to get in and out of the market, to get in and out of the market, this spread right here was at $5. I had never seen that before in my life. It was it was 10 times the normal cost to buy in. Like if you bought it, you were instantly down. Like if you bought like 3 minis, you were instantly down. Like the moment you pressed the button, you were instantly down like $600-700, and the market wouldn't have even moved. I blew up multiple accounts trying to do that before like I figured it out. I was like, what the and I was like, man, I'm not going to participate in this. I'm going to walk away. That was my lesson. In any event, and then it pumped, and then Trump came out, and Trump was like, what the hell? Who said that? That's not true. They don't know what they're talking about. And then guess what happened? The market dumped like 10% the next day. And then you want to know what's crazy? People started getting scared, and then Trump got this. Mr. President, people are getting scared. People are starting to realize that their money's not real, which is not. People start getting scared, Mr. President. We advise you to walk this back, please. Can you please do that? And it took everything in him because he didn't want to do that shit. Sir, the bonds are dropping. Fuck the stock market. They don't give a shit about that. The real money cares about sir, the bond market is dropping. We're $38 trillion in debt, sir. And the bond market's dumping. Our credit rating's going to zero. We need to make a decision. Okay, the tariffs. All right. I'm waving my hands back and forth like Trump. But my index finger's pointing to the sky. The tariffs. All right, China. The tariffs. And he walked it back. And then guess what? The market.
Yeah.
The market never looked back.
Earlier this year, he hit the tariffs, and then the next day, Charles Schwab and a couple other hedge fund guys went to the White House and talked to him about it. And then the next day he told them he was going to walk the tariffs back.
He said that.
And Charles Schwab made $2.3 billion in one day.
Yeah, guys, listen.
The other guy
he told y'all. Phantom. He literally said it out of his own mouth. He said it right here at this moment right here. I remember the day. Right here on this candle. He said, "Now looks like a good time to buy."
I have a video of him in the White House saying, "I made you $2 billion and I made you $900 million."
Yeah.
He was talking to Charles Schwab and another hedge
I
fund.
remember him saying that. He
Yep,
he
I
he
got a
said,
video of it.
yeah, he, he said he said now looks like a good time to buy here.
Yeah, he told them to load up. Yep, because they were pissed because they lost money the day
Yeah.
before when he spoke about tariffs. And then they went to see him, and he told them, "Well, take calls tomorrow, and I'll walk it back."
And then guys, and then this right here was the rumor right here. Guys, this is during the day. During the day, the market pumped 10%, but the NASDAQ pumped like 12%. And then Trump came out, and so like then like we gapped up, and then Trump came out and Trump said, "What the fuck are y'all talking about right here on this candle?" He was like, "What are you talking about? That's not true." And then that's why the guys, and then that's why the market then proceeded to give up the entire move, the rest of the entire move.
Yep,
And
yep,
then he finally came out, and then people were getting scared, and the powers that be, because you need to understand, guys, this is why I don't care
yeah.
about
He
who's in office. Guys, they're all
he
puppets.
actually did it twice. Did it twice.
They're all puppets. They are all
Of course
puppets.
they are.
So
Of course they are.
so
Trump's not
so
running.
so
Trump's
they're
not running the
confusing you.
country.
So you can hate Trump and you can hate Biden and you can do all of this, but
They're
guys,
just poster child.
that's
They're
it.
just poster
That's it.
child.
Guys, this country is on
They don't run
autopilot. It's running
anything.
itself. Just to
The
let you
only
know.
thing he runs is his mouth.
That's
That's it.
it. Guys, he really don't got the power that like you think he does. And guys, and neither does Biden. Now Trump has more power than Biden because Biden was half asleep, but you still get the point. They're all still puppets. Guys, and then Trump came out right here and was like, "Yeah, nah, I'm gonna make an adjustment." And look what the fuck, guys, when he said this, the market never looked back. Look. I gotta zoom out to see the carnage to the upside. Look at that.
Yeah, the real people that are running the show in the world, you don't see them, you don't know them. They've been
You
running the
don't.
world for 100 years.
You don't. Guys, guys, when everyone was screaming, "Hey man, you know what? This shit right here is bearish. We're going to zero." Guys, that was right around the guys. That was like right around the time like I had started the Discord, but I still was not streaming yet. Guys, and it was just like my friends that were inside the Discord at the time. Guys, guys, I said this market was bullish back then. Look, hold on. Because I remember me saying block them. Look. Guys, you can look up anything that I say. Look. Where's it at? Look at this. Look. Look what I said here. Look. Well, I said this before then. I said that the NQ has bounced 32% from the lows in their all-time high. And there's people who claim to be professionals spewing bear market propaganda. Block them. Look. Hold on. Look what I said in May. Look. This market is bullish until proven other. Guys, I was saying this before and just let you know. Anyone telling you to randomly hop in shorts blindly with no confirmation, don't ever listen to them again. They're leading you to the slaughter. The market has to prove to you it wants to go down. It's clearly proven to me it wants to go higher. I think this market is going to go back to all-time high again next month or in
Yep.
July. I said this at the bottom.
Yeah. I
It
think
is
they're going to
that
keep
bullish, I
engineering
says.
it.
Look, you can see the
I think it's
timestamp.
going to,
I sent it out inside here.
yeah,
Anyone calling this a
read it.
bear market, guys, you should have seen FinTwit and the internet, what they were saying. Anyone calling this a bear market rally is more concerned with being right than they are with making money, I says. Look, you can see the
Yep.
timestamp I sent inside here. Look.
Yeah. I read it. Read it.
Yeah.
I read everything you write, my
Thank you,
friend.
sir. Guys, I will let you know what they're doing. Just like how I told you a week ago that they was getting ready to bounce on a multi-day rally. I told you this right here. When did I say that? Just like how I says it right here. Expect market, guys. I told you at the low that they was getting ready to bounce this market. Look, they have now freed this market to begin guys. I didn't say 1 day bounce. I said free this market to begin a multi-day at a minimum lower high rally with today's dump. Today's dump, as in they dumped it today. Not, hey, we going to hell. I said, bro, they freed this market. They getting ready to bounce this bitch. When we took out the October low. ES and SP, I put it in bold, are beginning to flip bullish, or it's in the works to do so. So if your dumbass was thinking about shorting this bottom here, this is why you need to be inside here. Like if you want to know what they're doing and have insider information, then you need to be inside here. Can you imagine what you could do? Like if you bought puts that were calls like a month out with this information.
You be making bank.
This is why I started the options channel inside Discord. Just to let you know.
Yeah, I trade options all the time.
Can you imagine what you could do with this information? Like when I said this shit, guys, this is why people pay tens of millions of dollars, not hundreds of millions of dollars, for somebody to have the insight that I'm delivering to these people, to you, and it's delivered to your inbox. People do that. You do know that, right? Because it's not easy to understand this like this. It is not. I'm being honest with you. Just being honest. In any event, timestamp 11:08. What we got? Oh boy, they're goofing around. This market's frozen. They're goofing around here. Best they find somebody else to play with. I think that they're trying to confuse people. That's what I think. I don't know what these people are trying to do here. We got a 1150 macro coming up. If I short this, I'm going to be hosed in like 30 minutes, 35 minutes from now. I'm not sure if I want to really be jumping in the shorts right now. Did we pop this? Yeah, we popped this, and we tapped this 5-minute SIBI. They might start hunting sell side a little bit lower. Oh my goodness, is that LR that we've been engineering this entire time up? Did we pop this? Yeah, we popped this. They've been engineering this LR over here. That doesn't look too good. I just identified. I'm spotting it. And we're dancing around in this 15-minute SIBI here. That doesn't look too good to me. Whew. I don't like playing opposite of LR. They like to run it in one swoop. They've already done that multiple times. The LR, they ran it in one swoop. The LR, they ran it in one swoop. LR, they ran it in one swoop. LR is merely time distortion, really, but they still ran it. I don't like that. Look at that. I don't like that. I don't like LR. Looks to me like they want to dump.
I agree.
I don't like that. Look at that. See that? They don't even give me a chance to answer. You see how they're running in one swoop?
Yep.
They're running in one swoop.
Too fast for an entry. You have to, if you have conviction, you have to have your order sitting there waiting.
These people. I'm looking for a short. For a beginner, what trade would be the best to test on? Another gatekeeper. Shaking my head. Geeked Up Joe says. Geeked Up Joe, I got a question for you. One, I don't even know if you're still listening. Are you still listening in here? Are you? Because just to let you know, I'm live streaming on TikTok studio, so I can't tell. Okay, good. Okay. Whew. Okay, good. Well, first off, Hello, hey, how are you? Good morning, sir. Geeked up Joe. Good morning. You doing all right? Let's get acquainted with each other. I wasn't trying to ignore you there. Just to let you know. Good morning. Okay, good. So you do have some manners. Okay, good. And Common Kirk, just to let you know, I am running a Discord over here with other live traders and stuff like that, other profitable traders and stuff like that. So I have to check their message as well, and I'm also streaming from three or four different other platforms as well, all at the same time. So I have to check those chats and stuff like that. So and then TikTok doesn't come with a timestamp, so it gets bogged down whenever people join. So first off, so please have some empathy. So man, I apologize. I'm so sorry. Secondly, I'm at third or fourth or fifth, whatever chronological order that we're in. So I just wanted to show you if you're looking at my screen, right? Just so you don't think I'm lying to you here. First off, this is what I tell people all the time. Well, one, I don't give a damn about a follow. I don't. But here's one thing. No matter what information I give you, you should not take it with any serious grain of salt because you're not even following me. So I just clicked on your profile and you're not even following me. I don't care about the follow, but I'm just being honest. So no matter what I tell you, this is what I tell people all the time. Don't listen to anyone on any kind of financial advice that can impact your life if you're not even willing to give that person or that mentor a follow, because you should not value their opinion in any serious manner. And would that be fair to me to stop my instruction and everything that I have going on and stop myself from potentially making money? Because I make money doing it, just to let you know. I average about 20, 30,000 a month, but last month I made about 75,000. And so like this is my full-time job. Not 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 Discord, but trading is my full-time job. Okay? Alrighty. So I would be remiss to stop my instructions, stop looking for trades in order to answer that question to someone that, one, I don't know who's still in here, and then two, is doesn't even have the common courtesy to follow me. Would you do that? I wouldn't advise you to do that. So I'm not a spicy person. I'm not, and I'm not being spicy. I'm really being sarcastic. Like if you've been watching me for anything longer than a day, you would know, but you haven't because you're new here, which is great. Okay, great. So under that notion, I will answer this question for you. I will answer your question. Okay, all right, you ready? For a beginner, what trade would be the best to test on? You need to understand what it is that you're looking for and what you're trying to accomplish. There is no one that's best. They all have different things that you're trying to accomplish. Inside Discord, I got options, swing trading with stocks. I got futures. We got futures. We got NQ futures, Nasdaq 100 futures, we got the SP 500. Then we got gold futures, people that trade gold. We got so many different things. I don't know what you're trying to accomplish. You need to understand what asset moves the best for you and what you're specifically trying to accomplish and what your budget is and what you're trying to do. Alrighty, that needs to be established first, and then you need to demo trade and paper trade, as in create an account and trade for free. You can learn and master how to trade for free by not putting your real money inside there. And then, but before you even do that, you need to seek out the knowledge portion. The knowledge portion, that costs one Chipotle burrito, and that link is inside my bio. It will show you what I am talking about and how to understand trading and to give you a baseline understanding. And it will be hand fed to you so that you don't have to spend years of your time or weeks and months of your time asking random people that you're not even following on TikTok these questions. So, but again, if you don't want to spend one Chipotle burrito to understand and have it hand fed to you, then that's perfectly fine. That's why it's only $11, my brother. So guess what? You can just watch for free and then just try and piece it together. But I can't be instructing you 24/7, and I promise you I'm not gatekeeping. I have people inside here, guys. I share all my profitable models with everybody inside Discord. Everyone knows I'm not a gatekeeper. I have people going in here from unprofitable and from zero to hero and being down tens of thousands of dollars, and they're now making 10, 15, $20,000 a day. I got people in here that make 30, $40,000 a day. I got people in here that literally make 300,000 a week from nothing. So I promise you I'm not gatekeeping, and I promise you I'm not lying, because guess what? They will call me out, because guess what? When you're inside Discord, you can talk and ask me questions, and I can help you manage trades. Why? Because I can see your screen. It's a beautiful thing. So just to let you know, you're my guy. You just joined. But people think that I'm gatekeeping. I'm not one of those gatekeepers. Well, if you make so much money, man, why are you giving it away all for $29 then? It's because this market's going to do what it's going to do regardless. That's why I keep calling this market out. Well, how do you know what's getting ready to do? Well, because I've studied. I used to run my own hedge fund. I've devoted my life's work to this. This is what I do for a living. And I'm pretty goddamn good at it, I would probably say. The knowledge and community page link is inside my bio. That is $11. Discord is $29 per month. You can still join Discord the same day, but you need to study up. And you need to at least watch the FEG playlist, like the one where it says, do not ask me any questions if you have not watched this playlist. Why? Because everything is going to be hand-fed to you. Your success will be given to you on a silver platter. You just have to read. Matt Blanchard in Discord. Well, hey, man, those are paid actors. They absolutely are. Everyone inside Discord and everyone that I claimed is a paid actor. They're called crisis actors, including Matt Blanchard. He's a crisis actor, acting as a crisis actor. How do I get access to your Discord? Or is the WAP better? It's all the same thing. So the WAP gives you access to the Discord. You have to sign up. I will never ask you for any money. Not for the one-on-one classes, not for the one-on-one mentorships, none of those things. I will never ask you for any of those. If anyone is asking for money or trying to change you to set up an account for, guys, listen, I'm not going to do that. Why would I ask you for what? Guys, I just showed y'all my bank statement the last 2 days. I'm not going to do it again. But why would I do that for? I'm not saying you're thinking this, but guys, we need to stop and we need to exercise logic for the people that keep on getting scammed by these scammers. I already make enough money doing this, and I'm clearly not trying to do it for money because I'm trying to help you change your life. So I'm not going to ask you for no money. Stay away from those scammers. All this society, stay away from them. Because if you follow me, they're going to follow you. I promise you. But you need to look at the account. You sign up for the WAP, and that's just going to be it. Then you can be inside here. That's it. And you can gain immediate access, but don't join here and like I start talking about FEGs and you go, hey man, what's a BISI? Because I'm gonna go, did you read page 1 of the knowledge and community page? It's right there. And you'll tell me, what's that? And I'm gonna say, okay, read that. And you show up to one of the 4 classes that you're rightfully offered, and you say, hey man, teach me what's the FEG. I'm gonna say, like, I am not going to cover that in the class. Because I'm not going to spend an hour talking about an FEG to you when you can watch a 10-minute video that I have specifically uploaded and linked for you to watch. And well, hey man, I didn't understand it the first time. Well, watch it again for another 3 or 4 times. That's what I had to do.
Watch it again. Yeah.
Watch it again. It'll make sense. Your success will be hand-fed to you on a silver platter. And then you too can be one of those people. Just to let you know. So if you are even remotely confused about anything, you don't know what's going on, guys, you don't even have to join Discord. It's one Chipotle burrito for you to understand what's going on. And if you're not willing to do that, and you still don't understand, then I just don't think that you're serious about understanding. And then you can just listen to the success stories from inside here, and you can do whatever you want to do. There's no skin off my bones. But if I'm charging $5,000 a month and you cancel your membership, don't be friends with me. We're not gonna be best of friends. Why? Because that's some serious bread. If 100 people cancel their membership at $5,000 a month, that's $500,000. You know what I could do with that? Anybody gonna feel that? Bezos gonna feel that. Don't talk to me. But we can be best of friends, even if you don't want to be inside here. I'll talk to you. But I'm not going to answer trade set of questions. You're not going to get one-on-one mentorships and be able to customize, be able to perfect your trading from inside here. You're not going to be inside of a trade and ask me how to help manage your trade, and you watching for free. Why? Because I don't know what you know when I can't see your screen. These people are goofing around. They're coming up over here in the zone again, and they're making people feel safe again. Leads me to believe they're getting ready to shoot. Why are they doing this for? Leads me to believe they're getting ready to shoot. They're making people feel safe again. I think they're getting ready to shoot this. I think they're getting ready to shoot. Well, hey, man. Oh, I just read that. Sorry, there's no timestamp, so I can't So like I can't read the messages. Just to let you know. They're goofing around with these people, guys. How do I get next to your Discord? Oh, I just read that. What am I talking about? See, there's no timestamp, so like I just be reading these messages. I just read that 2 minutes ago. Links inside my bio. The community is set up like this on purpose. Why? Because knowledge is the most important thing that I can give you, especially as even as a beginner. If you're already ridiculously profitable, because we do have several of those people that join that want to take their trading to the next level, then you are explicitly just looking for someone to bounce ideas off of and something in order to further sharpen your edge to more so fine tweak your risk management, which is cool. Or you're looking for a solid community with knowledgeable traders. We have people like that inside here. And I
Yeah.
don't want to create an environment to where those people don't want to be in here. You're not going to want to be in here if you're a profitable trader. If every single question is, "Hey man, what's the FEG?" or "Hey man, how do I buy or how do I sell?" and I'm sitting here running my mouth nonstop, you're gonna be like, "Man, fuck this, man. I'm sure I'm already making $2,000-3,000 a day doing this, man, but I ain't gonna be in here listening to that bullshit. I got better things to be doing with my time, man. This Discord lame." No.
Nope.
You wanna know why? Because when you start doing it, that's what you gonna think. I know that's what you're gonna think. Watch. Guys, Mr. 74 is one of the prime examples. Guys, in a few months, whenever he's making $2, 3, 4, $5,000 a day consistently, guys, he not gonna want to sit here and have me explain to somebody, "Hey man, what's the FVG?" He not he gonna be like, "Damn, bro, I already put the work in. Why is he sitting there explaining to this person? Why can't they just read the page?" Come on, man.
That-
That's what
That's
he's
what
gonna
it's
say. Seriously.
that's what it's there for.
Yeah. Come on now. You're not gonna want to listen to that. But that doesn't mean that you're not afforded that right to learn. So it's there. So show up to the classes on the weekend and then learn, and then you can be one of these people. The classes are free if you're inside Discord. I'm not gonna charge you nothing else, guys. I'm not gonna charge you $500 an hour to talk to me if you're inside Discord, because I know if you're paying $29 a month, you're serious. I just know that you're not wasting my time, and I'm not gonna waste my time. Time is the most valuable thing I got. I could never get it back. In any event, let's see what they got going on, man. I'm sitting over here in my chair, laid back in my office chair, and they're goofing around over here. They're just moseying around, eating up people's time. They inverse this. They're eating up people's time. They're confusing people.
Yeah.
$20. Where should I put it this morning? By you custom rug says who's not following me. You know what I think that you should put it at this morning? I think that you should take that $20 and I think that you should go to Chipotle and buy a burrito. They're pretty good. I don't think that there's nothing you can do with $20. Well,
Trump's speaking at 2, right? Still
yes, he is.
You
two
could
30.
2:30.
Give it to the homeless.
Yeah,
you could
yeah.
join the Knowledge
Give it to the
Community
homeless.
page.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Join the Knowledge
Give it to somebody
Community
inside
page.
Discord. You heard him. Give it to one of them. Send it over here. That's what I think you should do. I don't even think that you should
Join.
pay the $11 knowledge community page.
Yep.
Why? Because
Yep.
that would be
Join.
50% of your net worth. Or not your net worth, but for what you're willing to risk. I don't think you should do that.
I think you're making Moolah hungry. E.
What?
he was like, every time you mention Chipotle, it makes me want to buy. I think you're making him hungry, man. You're making me hungry.
Yeah. I went there yesterday. I had that. That was really good. I swear to God, I went there yesterday. That dude right there was like Biden 70 years ago. Mullah. Yeah, it's going to pump and dump. What happened? I can't tell you the time because that's insider info. Yeah, every time you say Chipotle, I be wanting to buy. Yeah, man. Yo, yeah, I might need to buy Chipotle, bro. It's good, bro. And it's so simple, and I could just go in and I could just get food. I've been in this chicken, half steak kind of thing with the guac and the corn, and I get the same thing. Get a burrito. I used to want to try and get the most amount of food that I can get by getting the bowl, but now I don't do that. Now, and get the bowl and get two burritos and like two wraps, and like I used to make it myself like 2 or 3 years ago, but now, like I just want them to wrap it for me, and I just eat the food, and I just come home when I go to sleep. So I like things being as simple as possible. I don't care if I'm leaving some food on the table. I don't care. I don't see it. What do you mean you don't see the Discord? Oh, I read that too. What channel do I first get started inside the Discord? This is what you need to get started for inside the Discord. You need to read the FEG Simplified playlist and understand that on the Knowledge and Community page. That's what you need to do. Okay, 7. Then next, what you need to do is that I'm not going to pull it up in Discord because Discord already. Well, there are some new people in here, so I might do this. You need to come over here to the film review channel, but you might want to maybe look at some of these topics that were covered, and you might want to sort of kind of review some of the topics that were covered over here, and maybe watch one of these classes because these classes are recorded and sent out here. That's where I would start at. But I would start up here at the top, the announcements. You might want to write this down or like print this off so that you can see my trading rules. You need to check out the pinned messages. That's where I would start out first. And then, however, this is what I would do. You need to study up the Knowledge Community page for like a week. I'm not saying watch the full 2022 and 2023 mentorship. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is at least the part where it says don't ask me questions, like the FG Simplified playlist and the beginners playlist. And you need to then show up to the class on the weekend that's free.
And go through all the terminology.
Yes. And you need to understand what I am talking about. And then once you show up to that class, you need to be a hawk. And you just soak up the information that I'm talking about and ask questions, and then I will review that. And then you need to then take another week to review that information and stuff like that. And then you need to familiarize yourself with the live trading and stuff like that. Discord is very, very simple. And then once you understand that, then you can begin because you will not understand these time hacks that I have here that are like these profitable models that I have inside here. You will not understand these things if you don't understand what I'm talking about in real time. So getting caught up to speed needs to be your first thing. Alrighty? These models and stuff like that I have inside here, these profitable models, you're not going to understand them if you didn't get that as far as that's concerned. You will get that from showing up to the classes and by listening to my voice as far as that's concerned. That's what you need to do. And then after you do that, then I'll probably say after about 3 weeks in, depending like the average person, about 2.5 3 weeks in, start demo trading, start paper trading to understand how you can add this potentially to then fine tweak your strategy. But if you're already making $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a day, then I would still recommend paper trading because you don't want what I'm showing to sort of kind of throw you off and you blow up your accounts. So you still need to test out some of the things that I'm saying if you are considering implementing those. If you are considering implementing those into your normal trading strategy, that's what you need to do. That's what you need to do. So like these models that like I'm showing here, you're not gonna understand them.
Yeah, Chipotle's their stock's down to like 34.16. They did a 50-for-1 split like a little over a year ago.
Yeah, I remember that.
Their stock watered down.
What if I pay for sauce? What do you mean by that? Oh yeah, talking about the Chipotle burrito. Guac, it's gonna be more than $11. If you're new, the $11 a month is the best way to go at first. It'll change your mindset. Forgot my mindset. Yes, exactly. The $11 a month page is going to open up your eyes if you just complete it all the way through. Yes, it will fully change your mindset, which is what's required. You need to believe what I am telling you. Well, if you've been watching me for anything longer than 3 or 4 days, then especially yesterday, then you got no other choice but to believe. Because I just be calling this market out nonstop. So you got no other choice. Alrighty. So, but if you're just new here and you just tuning in, then yeah, if you're a new trader, or if you're just been losing on like every single other strategy, and like you're at your wit's end, you see that right there? See this bullshit? See right here? This shit I was talking about, them making people feel safe, and I was like, I think they're getting ready to shoot. See that? If you're confused, then it's gonna change your mindset, and you need the mental aspect behind your trading. They're getting ready to shoot, and I think they're getting ready to eclipse this. They're making people feel safe right here, and I think they're getting ready to shoot this, like I said. Somebody said send in Vince McMahon. Who said send in Vince? Let me check out the chat right quick. Hold on. Who said that? Today low-key not it. Why is today low-key not it? What's wrong with today? Yeah, bro. They're confusing people. Hyper. Yeah, bro. Guys, I'm looking for this 1150 macros and an excuse to get into this trade. They're confusing people. They're confusing people, man. They're straight up confusing people. Already sending events. You made some money today, Moolah? Yeah, Hyper. Today is not it. That's why I've been taking a trade. That's why I've been rambling. Just randomly rambling. Yesterday was fire. Today, confusion.
Yeah.
Hyper.
Today the risk
I'm up
isn't worth the
$1,200 on the
reward.
day, he says. Okay, well, we'll send in Vince for you then. Yes, absolutely. You're done. You're cooked. Paper trade, sir. Good job. We'll send in the Vince for you. Vince only comes in whenever you need to stop. Guys, look at that green shoot. Guys, I'll send in Vince if you lose the money too, just to let you know. I'm not going to send out Vince on Hyper because he's only down $245 here. He needs to wait for another high probable setup and then try and chip into that lead if he has the time. I don't know what he has going on for the rest of the day. Yeah, I saw my setup for him today, but the news wicked me out. Yeah, nah, that news was diabolical. That's okay, Hyper. There's nothing you can do with that. Just like there's nothing that you could have done over here on this news whenever they dumped it, there's nothing that you could have done over there on that news as well. There's nothing that you could have done. Chuck that up as, man, you know what? That's just some fuckery. See that? They're shooting this shit. Man, look at that. See, guys, that's the lesson that I gave y'all on this weekend. Y'all need to be looking at the safe indicator. Ask yourself. I made an adjustment to the safe indicator this morning. Do the people that don't know what the fuck they're doing, would they take this trade here like this? Would they feel safe? Those people. That's the question you'd ask yourself. Look at them, they're shooting it. I told you down here when this news came out that we need to not be considering shorts. I gave you a forewarning. I told you what happened. They walked it back. Microsoft said, nah, we don't know what the hell you're talking about. Look at the Microsoft. It went from being down 3 or 4% to now only being down 1.5. Where's it at? 1.8. They're bouncing to Microsoft. Microsoft going to the moon now. Look at the Microsoft. Microsoft shot up and they're starting to curl back up. Microsoft shooting. Looks to me like they want to take out these double top highs here that I have this alert for. This seems to be like the next line in the sand. I'll consider shorting it right after that. Damn, it's 11:36. Shit. Damn it. They're taking me out of the shorts. I can't short at 11:45.
That 1150 gonna eat you up.
Yeah, it's gonna kill me. I'm not gonna do that. Why would I do that? If you're new, okay, I read that. So the first thing is watching through the. If you just explain through the WAP, absolutely. That's why, guys, got guys, just so y'all know, that's why Discord is hidden. Because I know that if you don't watch that playlist, guys, guys, I don't care how much money you see other people making. I don't, guys. I'm not going to make you no promises. I'm gonna tell you something straight up. You're not going to do that. You're not going to do that, and you will not be afforded the riches that you think you're going to do, or that you see other people here doing. If you do not watch that playlist video and you do not understand it, crystal clear. I'm sorry, there's no other way. That's why I have them separate, because I don't even want to take $29 from you if you cannot internalize the message that I'm giving. You will not be able to trade the profitable models in here if you cannot understand. I'm not saying seven, so I'm not talking about seven. I'm talking in third person to anybody that's confused, or to anyone that's new that just joined, even that's in here. You will not, and that's trying to skip that process. If you are, I don't know, and you're just not voicing it, you will not achieve that if you do not grasp that concept. It is just four videos in there. If you cannot watch that playlist and understand that, then then I'm sorry. You, none of the models, nothing that I'm talking about will make sense to you. I might as well be speaking Mandarin. Take your $29 and go buy 1.5 burritos, or buy one Chipotle burrito with guac with guac and extra steak and a bag of chips, and that will come up to $29. You will not be able to interpret that message clearly. But but if you do, then but if you're willing to watch it, then yes, you can. But that doesn't mean, hey man, so I got to complete the whole thing before I join Discord. No, because Discord has everything else in here. So guys, you need to be showing up to the classes on the weekend while you're studying. So you can do both at the same time, just to let you know. But don't expect to understand it if you're not willing to watch that. That's what I'm saying. So you can still join. The most valuable thing that you're going to get is the one-on-one instruction and the one-on-one guidance and the mentorship, even if you are profitable already. Because if you're making because if you're up $1,000, you can say, "Yo, man, what you think about this trade?" Or, "Hey, man, I'm up $1,000. What you think?" And you can get a second opinion. You can be like, "Hey, man, what you think about the weight of this 15-minute Sibi over here below head? What you think about that? To help me better guide this trade, this is what I'm looking at. This is my setup. What you think?" And I'm gonna let you know.
It's always beneficial to get a second opinion.
It always is. The second opinion with someone that knows what the fuck they're talking about is invaluable. It helps you save your account. No cap,
Yes,
just
sir.
believe. He passed me 4 accounts between yesterday and today just by listening to him. Thanks, D. I wonder why wouldn't they take out this high here? That double top there. Why wouldn't they do that and eclipse this? And scare and shake people out. Thanks, D. Alrighty, what we got? Let's lock in. This shit buns. FBGS clips us, slips us. Yeah. They're confusing a lot of people. Timestamp 11:40. No, thank you. No problem, sir. Well, thank you for listening. So I wish you continued success. Guys, even if you're not in here and if you're just trying to piece together some stuff that I'm learning, there's no skin on my bones. I don't want you to join with a pay of $29. That's fine. You can watch. But if you sitting here and you're trying to trade a 12-weight lunch sweep, but you don't know what the hell a 12-weight lunch sweep is, well, you know what it is, but you don't know how to trade it because you can't read the information and you try and short 1208 and you don't know what's going on, you pressing the sell button at 1207 and the market pump up and you don't know how to manage your risk off of 1208 lunch sweep because you're not inside here and you blow up your account, do not sit here and be like, man, that shit don't work. Because you don't want to be inside here and ask instruction or have instructions about what's going on. And you're not reading it and you just listening to my voice. So don't do that. And it's 1150 and you buying it every time at 1150, thinking that you know how to trade 1150 macro and you don't understand how to manage your risk off it because you hear me say it every single day. The students that are inside here that are trading 1150 macro, they've read the instructions and they see how to trade it. There's instructional videos on how to trade it. And they've asked you the questions on how to trade it. And you sitting here seeing them make money off of it and you're like, oh my goodness, let me buy randomly at 1150 and the market dump on you when you don't know what's going on. That's not a good thing. Or it's 130 and you start shorting, talking about LR. Because you're trying to cheap it out for $29 and then you end up losing thousands of dollars in accounts in the process. What are these people trying to do? Timestamp 1142. I want to short this and like manage my risk to this, like whenever they sweep this here or take this high out here, but I don't trust this right now. They're doing it in a way to where the 1150 macro is coming up. So if I short this, I would actually be working against the clock because I only have 6 minutes until detonation, not safety. 6 minutes until detonation. As in, like, I don't need to be in a short past 11 from 1147 on, because they could kick it off at 1146, 1147, sometimes even 1145. I've seen. So I got about 4 or 5 minutes until detonation. I don't want to be opposite of that. I'll sit here and I'll wait again. Nah, thank you. Just started watching yesterday. I'm definitely going to join next paycheck. Yeah, take your time, brother. That ain't no thing. Do your thing, bro. Do your thing. Keep on improving. Well, now you see it works. At least understand. Waiting for Trump. I forgot about that. Trump is speaking at 2:30 today. So if he's saying 2:30, he probably means 3 o'clock. They're goofing around.
Well, he was early yesterday too, because he had that cabinet
That was
meeting.
crazy. He's scaring people. Fake news on that Microsoft shit. Can you believe that? He dumped the market 1% in a straight line. That's why you don't catch falling knives, man. And that's why, guys, and that's why you need to stop paying attention to support and resistance. Guys, I know that when you join, there's a support and resistance video there on that knowledge community page that I put there. I put that there on purpose. You wanna know why? Because I want you to understand, because if you don't understand trading, I want you to look at it as though, okay, this is support and this is resistance. And then that's why on page 3, when you get to the 2022 mentorship, it destroys that idea. Everything is calculated there for you for a reason. Do not deviate. I want you to understand support and resistance so that when you join here, I will then show you why it does not work and why they'll just go down in a straight line and flash it like this and not give a fuck about any of this here. It's only there in order to confuse you. They don't give a damn about no support and resistance. It doesn't exist. It's a figure of your imagination. What you offer in your group? You weren't listening to me this whole time? I'm not going to repeat that again. If you click on the link, it'll show you. Financial freedom, how's that? You to be an example of being one of the people inside here. Levels is what matter. They don't give a damn about no levels, bro. They don't care about that. They don't care about that. They only care about going to a spot to where they're going to go fill orders at. And if that happens to align with levels, then sure. They don't care about going up or down. It doesn't exist in their reality. I'm being honest with you, Top Stepper. They don't. They only care about going to a spot where they're going to go fill orders. If you start seeing this market in binary code, like how I'm showing, your P&L is going to shoot through the roof. I've shown numerous examples of the people inside here. Shit, we were just talking about somebody like that today that just started turning the corner on something serious. And then every day this dude is green. So supply and demand don't matter? It does not matter. Look, right here, look. Everyone would consider all of this, everything over here in this zone right here, support. Look at this, support, 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 support. They don't care about that, bro. They don't. They'll butter it like this down here in a straight line. Bro, these people don't care, bro. They don't give a damn about that. The real support is the imbalances that you're seeing. Other than that, they don't give a damn. Man, they dump this shit down directly down into here and then tap this damn 15-minute biscuit right here once, twice, and then bounce up in a straight line. This marker never look back. The answer to what you're looking for is hidden in plain sight. Just stop and just think. Just stop and just use your, everyone needs to stop and use their brains here. I've said, last time I said this was a month ago. It's 11:50, it's coming up. I gotta watch this. I'm watching this, I'm on alert. Just to let you know. If the answer to the test was obvious and if it was in plain sight, why the fuck are 98% of people failing doing this? Why? If a 5-year-old toddler can sit here and draw and do shit like this and draw a goddamn trend line like this for like support and resistance, or draw like a trend line like this and say, oh, well, we come down here, we're gonna tap and bounce. I put limit order right here. Or damn, every single time we touch this line right here, we bounce. So I put limit order right here. If a 9-year-old, if a 5-year-old toddler can, because you don't gotta have a perfect hand. You can just do this by drawing a straight line now. The computer will do it for you. So like, if everyone can look at this and do this, why aren't more people making money doing this? See, we just start going on a logic tree with shit like this. And when I explain like this, people go, oh my God, I never thought about it like that. It's true.
I'll tell you why. It's fear of the unknown.
Yeah.
People don't want to step out of their comfort zone.
Yeah, exactly. Why? I had a text message. I was looking at it. My sister texted me.
Yeah, I was always an adventurer myself.
Yeah. Guys, listen. Yeah. Why? It's because your strategy that you're looking at is what this market is targeting. Guys, they're only going to make this shit right here look believable like this until it's time to run it. And then when they do run it, they're not going to give you a chance to react to it. You're not going to know. It is not going to be that obvious. It's going to be obvious to me because I understand it. But you need to understand one important thing. You might want to write this down, because I'm gonna get directly to the point here. The market is going to do the most obvious thing in the least obvious way that hurts the most amount of people. And why is it going to be in the least obvious way? Because nobody's really going to be looking at it, and they don't know what the fuck is going on. They can't understand the objectives of what's going on, and they can't decipher the difference. They're dumping this right now at the 1150 macro. I'm on alert for 1150 macro inverse, but I'm not going to short the 1150 macro. I'm on alert for the inverse in this particular instance. I want them to dump this and then run this LR over here and then come down over here and flash this and maybe touch to this 15 when they basically did not long this. Right around 12:08, 12:10. You're cooked. Bloom. Oh, okay. It's all right. AC, you took a loss? What accounts did you blow? Which ones did you blow, AC? I blew the 5 top step funder. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that, brother. Today is not an easy day to trade. I had 3K in them. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Damn. It's okay. You took a loss. It's okay. Bro, today's not an easy list. What the hell was that? Is that a volume balance that I see? I spy my little eye. What the hell was that? Close. 0206. That's nothing. It's a 6.1 balance. Let me sit up in my chair. That's a 6.1 balance right there to the upside.
Yeah, they're just playing games.
I'm getting ready to long this right now for 40 ticks to the upside. How many ticks can I get off this? Manage my risk to one of these imbalances over here. Just to let you know. Hold on. I gotta watch this.
Order filled. Order submitted.
I'm gonna take this long and I'm gonna try and get 40 ticks to the upside off this trade over here. There's a volume balance right here. It's like a 6-point volume balance. I want to see them. So like, I want to try and manage my risk to this. Using the power of this 1150 macro to maybe try and shoot this up. That's what I want to try and see. And like, I want to try and see ES maybe come up over here and shoot this. It's sort of kind of playing with fire. Quality of this trade is about like a CC minus. If they slip this, then I'm gonna cut this trade. I'm like, I'm gonna admit that I'm wrong on this trade here. Sort of kind of playing with fire on this to let you know. I want to see them shoot this on up in there. I'm playing this with this 1150 macro and this bullish imbalance. I'm in this long. I probably should have ran a test run on this. But there's a 6-point volume balance up in here, and so like I want to be out here. About 35 ticks off this trade here. I gotta watch this here. I want to see them shoot this on up in here and feel this. They're dancing us around over here. I don't like that.
Yep.
I think they might slip this. I might try and cut this a little bit early. Yeah, I think they might slip this. I don't like how this is behaving.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
Yeah. I don't like
Order
that.
filled.
Yeah, I don't like that. Yeah, I'm going to cut that for like an $85, $90 loss. I don't like that. Like, I just personally just don't like the behavior that it's doing. Sort of kind of front ran that a little bit. I'll wait. I don't like that. I'll wait for a better entry. I don't like that. I personally don't like that. Just to let you know. So I was waiting to pay out too. 1150 is cap, man. I know, man. I didn't like that. That's why I cut that. See that?
Yep.
Guys, I'm gonna get a feel for something, and like if I don't like it, then I'm gonna cut it. Just to let you know. I don't like that. I didn't like the way like it was dancing around like that. So I cut that. Look up Lewis Kill on YouTube.
Yeah.
What y'all do this here? Okay, good job. Top step. I just blew for my funded account the PA today. Dean Marie says, today is not a joke. One of my best students
Nah.
was funded.
Today's the day to sit on your hands, really.
One of my best students just blew his funded just now. I promise you. Today is not a joke.
It's not a good day. Not a good day.
I personally just took a loss just now, just to let you know. That wasn't a joke.
Yeah, I did a little scalp earlier on the keys, but that's it.
Guys, hold on real quick. Guys, I'm gonna go get some water real quick. I'll be right back. See how I cut that trade?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm back. Mm. Look at that butter. Yeah, I didn't
Yeah,
like that.
don't know.
That
I
was a
have
good decision to
volume
cut that.
bars on my chart that aren't solid. They show, you know,
Why wouldn't it
buying
pressure
and
Q?
selling pressure in the same bar.
Mm-hmm. I know it. So yeah, I should have stuck to my original thesis, which was, hey, they're dumping us at 1150. It's not bullish. I'll wait for 12. Wait to 1210. The longness is inverse. Remember what I said? That's why I cut that trade because I didn't like that. I didn't stick to what I said. I said, they're dumping this. I want to see them dump this down into here and flash dump this and then take X, Y, and Z out. And then I'll look to long it like right around 1208, 1210. They gave me a chance to get out right over here, which is what I did. I got out. I didn't like that. I cut that. Guys, I didn't even wait for this thing to get inverse. I was like, hell no. And they just flashed that VWAP just now, but they created a volume balance over here below head. Close at 55. It's a 7 point volume balance right here. This market's trapped between these two zones. It's trapped. I think they might dump this a little bit more. No problem. He said, I admit defeat. I've been there before, brother. I admit defeat. There's nothing wrong with that, AC. AC, you can't win every single day. It's okay. Promise you, it's okay, brother. You've been doing good. You've been doing good. By the time you lose, what have you
Doing
gotten out of the
great.
market? What
Doing
have you
great.
gotten? It's okay, brother. I blew my top stuff on this and my money funds and the live account was following it too. I lost it all. What? Why did you do that? Fuck. Hmm. Hmm. So you were copy
Picking.
trading them all? Or what happened? Let's analyze right now. Let's analyze right now, AC. Talk to me, brother. What happened? What was the mistake? Did you copy trade them all, or did you try and force your way across multiple trades? What happened so that we can improve so it never happens again? Were you too concentrated in the one trade? Yeah, I was copy trading my fund of units and the live together, and then I took the same trade on the top step and was copying those. Yes, sir, yes, sir, you were too over leveraged. One bad trade should not be able to take you out of the entire game across everything that you've got. That was the first mistake. Yeah, that's what you're saying. Hmm. Hmm. 12 o'clock. They're bouncing this now. Yeah, bro. You let one. Yeah, bro. You let one idea take you out of the entire game. Hmm. It's okay. You've made a lot of money over here in between then. I got a question though. Do you still have the Apex? It's got the Apex? Yeah, Hyper. Yeah, you know, bro. You're done for today. Today's not an easy day to trade. Okay. What you need to do is that you need to stop trading for the day, brothers. You need to take a deep breath. You need to walk away for today and then possibly tomorrow. And just get your mental right and come back at it with a clear point of view. And your main focus is to trade two MNQs and then get the next payout on the 10K with the Apex. Do not oversize. And get your confidence back because I don't care how profitable you are, doing something like that can eat into your confidence a little bit, right? That's what you need to do. All right, and then once you do that, then once you get that 10K, the next 10K payout from the Apex, withdraw that, and then from that payout, I then want you to devote about $3,000 or $4,000 to that, to then getting the My Fund the Futures accounts back, and and the top step, and I want you to get right back to it. So the next payout from the Apex, not the previous money that you've been making over the previous weeks, and the live cash cow money and all of that other money. Your primary focus right now is because you made that mistake. You need to downsize to 1-2 micros, and then get that $50, and then focus on getting that payout. However long that takes, for the next 3 or 4 or 5 days, I don't care. You need to do that. Alrighty. And then once you do that, brother, get that payout, and then use half of, and then use three or $4,000 of that money in order to in order to get more accounts. And then you'll be right back. And this will be a small blip on your radar. Why? Because you've already goddamn 40, 50x the money that you put in those accounts. They're shooting us up, and they're trying to go right now to the target that I was looking at. They're getting ready to come here. I was slightly early on this trade, but I didn't want to hold it directly through this nightfall. They're getting ready to come up here and shoot this and come up here and fill this gap fill that I was looking at. This alert right here that I tried to long in order to try and have them take this out. They stopped it, flash dumped it, and now they're shooting it up here. They're probably going to shoot us up into here, eclipse this, and then potentially go lower. Like this straight vertical push right here is telling me that that's what they're potentially trying to do here. It's best to be on alert. Timestamp 12:03. Mentioned he did have a short rolling and didn't set a stop loss, so he lost his 2K that he was up on the day. Yeah. It's okay. He'll get it back. He'll get it back. Guys, you got to keep in mind, guys, he blew the live account with My Fund the Futures, but guys, he's withdrawn probably like $30,000, $40,000 from that account over like the last few weeks. So it's good and it's bad, yeah. So yeah, he blew it, so like he can't withdraw no more money. It's gone. But okay. What did he get out of it? That's what I'm going to tell him to analyze. That's what I'm going to tell one of the students inside to look at it. That's how he needs to be looking at it. And yeah, he was getting ready to get a payoff from the top step. Okay, whoop-de-doo. But okay. So look at it as though, you know what, he only lost, $900, $1,000 or whatever it costs to get the top step accounts. Everything that he was looking at offset it. You see that shit? They rinsed me. They rinsed everybody. Today is not an easy day to trade. Guys, whenever they whenever they're masking their objectives like this, and whenever I clearly see something, and like if I'm 1, 2, 3, 4 minutes early, like this, slightly on my entry, I know it's a weird day. I'm so precise and I'm so methodical for my stuff. Like I know something's off. That's why I cut that trade. Cause like they needed to go to what I was looking at within like that minute or two. If not, like I was like, yeah, nah, I don't like this. And Phantom was like, yeah, nah, I don't like that either. That's why I cut that too. They're getting ready to take this out and eclipse this. See that bullshit? That's the bullshit right there that I'm talking about. That is the bullshit confusion that I was explicitly referring to. Look at that bullshit. Close 69. Lower this candle right here, 72. There's a volume balance right here. Look at that bullshit right there. You see how they attacked it and then they filled it and then they started dumping it again? So what I was looking at was correct.
Yep.
See that bullshit that I'm talking about?
Yes, I
Now
do.
they're going to continue going lower. This is the bullshit I'm referencing. They were supposed to do that right here, but today's a weird day, so they're goofing off. Now they're going to dump it and not even give me a chance to short it because I was getting ready to short it. Where I think they're potentially getting ready to come down to, they might want to flash this and then come down here and attack this 7-point volume balance after coming up here and filling this one up here above head. This is not good. This is dangerous price action today. It's not as much of a clear read as yesterday. They should have filled this here and then dumped. But they dumped it, stopped it, vertical liquidation, almost half Judas swing, squeeze, and then they decided to then continue what they're doing. They're confusing people. They're not even giving you a chance to enter. They're going up and down in a straight line without giving you a chance to enter. I'm still trying to short this, but I don't want to short the whole. I need to short it on the green candle. I just think that they're trying to confuse people. I was trying to short this up into here, but they didn't even give me 60 seconds to think about it. Thanks, man. All of you just received my $1,000 payout, my first of many. Good job, Chris. See you in there. You told me. You said, hey, man, I'll get that payout. I'll join the community. Are you going to be a man of your word? So that not for me, but for you, so you can continue to improve. You right, I got you. You don't got me, you got you. It ain't me. Look at that. What is that? Wow, they filled it. Look at that. What are they getting ready to do here? This right here is what's next. Remember this alert right here that I had that went off? And the circle that I had up here. They tapped it and then they dumped it. This right here is the next circle that they have right here listed. There's another one here. It is hidden in plain sight. And they're fucking around and blowing up people's accounts. It caused me to take a loss. They're blowing up people's accounts left and right off of this weird shit they got going on. I caught 600 on that recent dump. Good job, Chris. They're trying to confuse people here. I need them to not confuse people and give me a slight entry. Whoa, what is that? They're goofing around. Close 17. There's an 11-point vulnerability trade. They're going to come back and fill this. If they bounce up in here, I'm going to short this. Okay, nah, never mind. They're going to come back and fill this the next minute. They're going to dump. Never mind. 12-weight lunch sweep is on. We already tapped into this BISI, though. The power of it isn't as strong. But they turn 1150 macro bearish. So we got the 12-weight inverse, rather. They turn 1150 macro. Well, no. They dumped it, yeah. And they pumped it. Very confusing. All right, AC. That's okay, brother. Take a break. We'll catch you later, man. AC, you've been on a heater the last 2.5 to 3 months, bro. Do not beat yourself up about that, bro. Do not do that. Unless you went out and unless you bought a Lamborghini with the money that you made over the last month or two, you should not be tripping. You'll be okay, bro. Promise you you'll be okay, brother. We'll see you later. We might even maybe see you tomorrow, okay? Tune in tomorrow. It's okay. Brother, you've come so far, bro. Hey, AC, before you log off, bro, you've come so far, man. Dude, this was a figure of your imagination just 4 months ago, dude. Dude, you couldn't even get one payout months ago, bro. You were trying to figure out how to pass accounts, bro. And now you're upset or feeling some type of way, bro, after you just made $50,000 off one account. And you got $10,000 for a payout lined up in the next few couple days. Another one from another account. Like, bro. Like, dude. Do you understand? In a few months, bro, like you ran up like 150 in liquid, bro. 150, 200,000 in liquid, bro. Come on, bro.
Be jumping for joy.
Yeah, jumping for joy, brother. I know it sucks, and I know it's like I know you can't see it in the moment because the account says 0, but trust me, bro. Look at it like that. So take a deep breath, bro. It's okay. Do not spiral. It's all right, man. Today was not an easy day to trade, bro. You saw me. I just took a loss just now. It's okay. They faked me out too. It's okay. I think they're getting ready to dump. Yeah, brother, you'll be okay. We got you, bro. This is why the community's here, bro. We got you. We're gonna get through it together, bro. Trust me, you good, bro. You good money. We don't look. Nobody looks at you any differently, bro. To be honest with you, they might
Yep.
actually look at you better. To be honest with you, they might actually look
Yep.
at you better because everyone thought that you were like a being of like people's wildest imaginations. Because people can't understand, because a lot of people that are new don't believe me whenever I tell them that you're making like $10,000-15,000 in a day. So now since you lost, like they're probably thinking, oh my goodness, shit, he is just like us. He does make mistakes just like us. Man, you know what? I can do that too. So I promise you, bro, it's all good money in the hood. Good money. You good. Look at that bounce. What are these people trying to do? Something is weird about this, Mullah says. Something is very weird about this. Like if I press this button, like I might lose again. Something is off about this. I assure you something is off about this shit. Something is mad off about this, bro.
Yeah, the direction's just not clear. There's no clear
Why?
direction.
Look at the random stuff. Well, it wasn't random. They stopped this for 1 minute busy, but look at this. Okay, let's analyze. Let's get ourselves together. It's because Trump talking at 2:30. They're holding us hostage. Yeah, that's exactly what's going on. Keep on forgetting about that. Whenever Trump is scheduled to talk, the market's being held hostage. They like to run it hostage, hold it hostage. Yesterday was shaking at 11:52. 74 says, "Yeah, they like to do that, bro. They'll do shit like that. Look at that. Wow. No clear direction, just confusion. So this got a dump, man. They could do anything here. Look at this clusterfuck of price action. Sideways
Look at the
triangle.
VIB and QQQ.
Oh, we'll see. Yeah, up here above head. Close at 07. It's a 3-point volume imbalance. Not as large, but it's still there. I still think they're getting ready to shoot and take that out.
I thought there was one lower too that they made.
They did exactly what I said. So like they dumped it and so like they turned the 12. So exactly what I was so guys. So because the 1150 macro wasn't bullish, they turned the 12-weight lunch sweep bullish. You see that? You see them using the 12-weight lunch sweep, they didn't shoot it. They used that. That's why I have that written there. The inverse of it. So because this wasn't bullish signature wise, since they dumped it and then sort of kind of kept it sideways and like a bearish sideways trend, at 1208 there was programmed to dump and then they stopped it and then they reversed it. That's what they're doing right now. They are actively turning the 1208 lunch sweep bullish. It's one or the other almost. 9.5 times out of 9.9 times out of 10 is one or the other. 85% of the time is going to be bearish, and 85% of the time 1150 macro is going to be bullish. But today's just a weird day where they flipped it. Today's a 10% chance that 15% chance that they flipped it, and like the other 2 or 3% chance they just do some weird shit where like it's just where it's just not correlating. 2 to 3% chance that they do that. Yeah, absolutely, it can shave for sure. Absolutely. The size of the FEGs, yes, they do matter to an extent, yes. Yeah, because a small FEG is not going to have the same weighting as one that's larger because we displace more from that zone. I wonder what these people are trying to accomplish. I can't tell. I wonder, like, if I short this right now, I think they might headhunt this double top high here. That I had this alert on. There's a perfect double top high here that it appears to me that they're trying to headhunt. Look at this vertical squeeze here. I don't trust this. I don't trust this 1 and this 5. I don't trust that. What about a smaller 15, but maybe a 10.5 minute? Yeah, the 15s are the 15s. The 15s are going to have weight to them regardless. But yes, the larger that the imbalance is, technically speaking, yes, the larger the weighting is that it's going to have and the effect it's going to have on the market because we displace from there in a more violent manner. So like right now, like this market is getting hosed right now by this 1, 5, and 15 minute CB overlapping cluster. So this one right here has more weight to it than this one up here above. That's what's going on right now. Um, 10.15 minute, 10.5 minute. I'd have to see what it looks like and have to see like where it's at in like the overall sequence shape. So like you're gonna have to look and see, okay, well, is like the market is the overall market structure bullish, which this overall market structure is bullish because like in the immediate term because we are creating a series of higher highs and higher lows like this. So technically speaking, up somewhere up in here is next on the table based off what they've been showing all day. So like if that's the case, then something above head is going to have less weight than something over here below head until proven otherwise. It's a lot of different things that you have to. Not a lot, but just a few different things that you have to consider. Hmm. So like because of the sequence here, even though that these are relatively the same size, Shay, even though that this BISI is the same size as this 1 minute, the same size as this 1 minute here, the weighting on this 1 minute and this 1 minute BISI has more weighting than this 1 minute SIBI above head because we're in a series of higher highs and higher lows, and it appears that this market is trying to target buy side. So these BISIs have a little bit more weight to them because this market is clearly trying to bounce to go higher. So yo, I'm about to call Trump and give him permission to short the market. Be ready, Grubba says. All right. Thank you, sir, for giving me a heads up. Appreciate that, Grubba. Man. Hmm? Wow. Hmm. They're teasing this right here. Are they getting ready to shoot this up into here? Can't believe they rinsed me right here on this 1, 2, 3, 4 minute candle move. They rinsed me on that. I was only willing to manage my risk, guys. The reason why I cut this trade too, guys, was I was only willing to manage my risk to this 1 minute BISI right, to this 1 minute BISI that was right here at the time. So that's why I bought here. And so like when I got the feeling that they were getting ready to inverse it and then potentially flash this VWAP, that's why I cut that trade before I got inverse because I could see that there was because I could see that that's what they were getting ready to do, and I didn't want to enter into risk management mode. I didn't want to do that, guys. I don't enter into risk management mode on every trade. Just to let you know, nowhere near. I only do that whenever I have something up in my back pocket. Like I gotta have a strong level of conviction in order for me to start entering into risk management mode to average down to become a better loser. Otherwise, I'm gonna just cut the damn trade. They're trying to shoot this. They're trying to come here and eclipse this double top high. That's what I think they're trying to do. Yep. Rinse and repeat. Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. I will uphold you. Righteous hand. Mm-hmm. Rinse and repeat. Yes, sir, Mullah. They're trying to shoot this. Hmm. They're gonna shoot this. I'm looking at the ES because that's the next immediate draw on the ES. ES takes this out, they'll force NQ higher. They're actively trying to target this here, which is also another reason why I wanted to buy this pullback here, but they rinsed me for 3 or 4 minutes and I had to take that small little loss. they rinsed me. And then they turned exactly what I was looking at, bullish at 1208. What am I to do with that? I'm getting ready to take this out. They're about to pop it. Depending upon how they pop this here is going to tell me whether or not they want to come up here and take this out. Take out the high from the 30th. Excuse me. Blew my account, 6'2" says. Why'd you blow your account, 6'2"? Why? What were you trying to do? Today is not an easy day to trade. One of my best students blew up almost all of his accounts. Today's not an easy day to trade. This is a triple top. They're gonna shoot this. This is a triple top. They're 100% gonna shoot this. They're not gonna leave that uninterrupted. They're gonna shoot that. That's a 100% certainty. Look at that. They just did that. They're gonna shoot that. I don't even know. I'm still above the 48K drawdown. Nope. What prop firm, 6'2"? What prop firm? What prop? Is it Apex? Alpha? Well, I don't know the rules with Alpha, but if they have a trailing drawdown, that's why. If they have a trailing drawdown, that's why. So you can blow an account if you can blow an account if you go up 5,000 and like you lose them 2,500. How can you do that? You can do it because is this paper trade or no? You can do that because of the trailing drawdown. So like you'll blow an account up like $2,500. I'm sorry. If you make 3,000 and you lose 2,500, you'll blow the account with a $50,500 balance. They just popped that liquidity just now to the upside, and they just took this out. And they took this out over here. They might start hunting sell side a little bit. I gotta watch this. Timestamp 12:24. They just popped that just now. Are we up here at the HOD? Yeah, we're up here at the HOD on the spot. Probably best not our short. Some guy said he made 300K today trading, but I think he's capping. No, I don't think. Well, I can't speak for him, so I don't know. But that's not insane to do. I got students here to do that. No, I lied. 300K a day. 300K a week, my bad. It's not that hard to do, though. He catch one of these insane moves. If he's copy trading 20 accounts from 10 other prop firms, all he needs to do is make $10,000. That's it, or less than that, rather. 300,000 divided by, let's just say he's trading. Let's just say he's only with one prop firm with Apex. That's 15,000 in a day. I've seen a student make $30,000 off one account in a day. Inside here, it's gotta have the balls. Can you be in multiple prop firms at the same time? You absolutely can. Why not? They're goofing around up here at this high. Yep. But no, I have to see, like, me personally, like I would have to see it in real time. Like he would have to be trading live in front of me and executing. And like me personally, like I want to see them show the Apex account like this, so like I could see it. But again, it doesn't matter. Who cares? Paper trading, demo trading, real trading, it's all the same thing. The funded accounts are demos too. You do know that, right? The only thing I don't like is whenever people say, "Hey, I made $5 million today in a trade," and like they'll say, "Hey, pay me $5,000 a month for my Discord," because people like to get oohed and wooed and oohed and wawed, however you look at it, and like they'll trick people into signing up when they know that that's not how they would trade because they don't have 500 million inside of a fake account. He said his community is 10K a month, and that's why I see it. See, I don't like that. If he's demo trading doing that, then yeah, no, I don't like that because what it is like he leads like the normal people to think, hey, you know what? You can make 300K in a day, so pay me 10K. See, I don't like that. That's what I'm saying. That's one of the things I tell some of my students inside here and the people that listen. You got to watch for those. You got to watch out for those people. See what I'm saying? 10K a month. That's shit that I'm talking about. I don't know who he is though, so I don't got no beef with him. I don't want no problems because I don't got no problems with nobody on the social media platforms. None of the traders. I don't pocket watch people. I don't do that. Mm. If I short this, how can this go against me? I know they can shoot this up in here and take this out. That's how. If I short this without confirmation. And he tried to recruit me, and I said I could get a loan to pay for the Discord. No, you tripping, bro. How you gonna pay somebody 10K a month? Why don't you pocket the 10K a month yourself? How much is your Discord? My Discord is $29 a month. The people inside here are actually profitable and doing that and making more money than that. Oh, he said that. Now, I mean, bro, listen, if anybody's asking you to take out a loan in order to learn from them, you don't need to be doing that. That's out of your will well. That 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 alone right there would have alerted me. Bro, I got people in here that say, hey man, I see everything that you're doing, but look, I got $50 to my name. Can I pay the $11 to understand? Because I want to learn now. And y'all hear me say it all the time. I say, no, keep that $11, bro. You need, bro, just watch for free and just try and piece together some stuff. Then once you get some more money, then yeah. But I tell people all the time, it should not, like, the education should not have to break your back. See what I'm saying? So yeah, nah, bro. Fuck no. If you gotta take out a loan in order to learn, nah, fuck no. 6'2", you've been tuning for a little while, have you not? What do you mean what's the $11 for? I'm pretty sure that you've heard me say this like 4 or 5 times. I've already repeated this like 3 or 4 times today. It's okay. The $11 is for the baseline understanding. For you to understand how to read the profitable models and stuff like that I have inside Discord. That's what that's for. And for you to gain an understanding about some of the things that I'm talking about so you too can understand what I'm talking about and how I'm calling this market so it's not like Chinese to you on what they're doing. That's what that is, the baseline understanding. That's the knowledge of community page. You could not have Discord without that page. Discord is $29 per month. It is halfway down that page. Then that gives you access to everything. So, and I have it separate like that on purpose because I don't want you to join here if you can't listen to what I'm saying. This is not, I'm not selling an alert service and I'm not going to sell you a dream. You'll be able to live the dream once you understand like the other students inside here. But you got to be willing to read and learn a little bit. Look at that confusion. They're goofing around here. This is confusion price action today. Not every day is going to be perfect either. I just had one of my best. So do that. Then the Discord. You can, but you still got to learn things inside the Discord. The best thing for you is to read that page, not the full thing, but to watch the simplified playlist. But then you need to join the Discord to get caught up as soon as possible, and you need to be showing up to the classes on the weekends. I give free one-on-one mentorships on the weekends. That's the most valuable thing that you will be able to learn so you can immediately begin to fine tune and fine tweak your strategy. It is going to take you longer if you just do pay the $11 and then you just study that whole because you're not going to be able to study that whole page within a month. You're not. But you can drastically advance your trading skills within that month if you're inside Discord while you're showing up for the classes while you're learning and asking questions based off of what you've learned. The best value 100% is the Discord. It is not even without question. That's really just for your mentality, it's for you to understand so you can interpret. My models are not inside that knowledge and community page. Why? Because you're not going to understand the models if you don't understand that page. That's why it's like that. And it's to protect the people inside here too. Because I can't stop instruction for every person that doesn't understand what I'm talking about and explain. I can't do that.
It's a little small double tap on QQQ or no?
Let me see. No. Double top. No, I don't see one.
All the way to the right. It's like two little candles, kind of showing like resistance.
It's close. It's close, but this one right here, this one right here takes precedence. This is close. High at 80. High 80. Yeah. Yeah, somewhat. But this right here is the main inflection point. This right here is the high of the sequence here. So the high of this is 622.9. It's like these are so close together to where I'm like, You need to seek out the knowledge, 6'2", and understand. Knowledge is the most important thing that you can grasp. You need to be a sponge. You need to be able to, and you need to have a mentor and someone that's able to point out what you're doing wrong so that you can critique, chisel, refine, and implement, and then rinse and repeat. That is how you're going to improve. You also need someone that's going to be honest with you. If you're paying somebody $10,000 a month, bro, they're not going to keep it real with you. Why would they? Because if they scare you off, then they're going to lose $10,000 a month from one person in revenue.
Yep, you become the cash cow.
Yes, you're their cash cow. They're not going to do anything to ruffle your feathers. But if you've been listening to me anything longer than a week, you know how I go. Even if someone makes money in here, I go, bro, you need to tweak that. You got lucky. Finally, $2,500 of my funded. London says, okay, good job, London. Proud of you, girl. Keep improving. If you have to take a loan for someone to teach you how to trade, you are getting scammed. Use your brain, Mullah says. Yeah, that's not a good thing. They might go for this data wick high. Data wick high from what? Where? From what time? Data wick high from what? Speak your mind now, Husky. So I'm on alert. What data wick high? From what time? What was the data? I want to know. 8:15. What released the 8:15 that I don't know about? You know something I don't know? What released the 8:15 that I don't know about? What was it today? Let me look. Non-farm. I don't know non-farm payrolls at 8:15. That releases at 8:30 every month. ADP non-farm employment change at 8:15. They might. They might. Thank you for pointing that out. It's not as strong as like a CPI data wick high or non-farm payrolls. but it is still one nevertheless, and we never eclipsed it. Thank you for pointing that out. I didn't realize that released this morning. Best to be on alert. Next trade has to be a good trade. They're moseying around here. $12.37 is the time. Average, how many trades do you take it? How long have you watching me? How long have you been watching me 6'2"? All this aside, how long have you been watching? How long have you been watching? Serious question. What are they targeting? This feels bullish, but it feels like they're laying a trap. Not that long to me. Tuning yesterday and like what I saw, came back today. Oh, okay. Nice. Yeah, about the most maybe about 2-3 trades a day. Yesterday was pretty good. That's why I cut the live stream early. I normally stream until about 4 o'clock. But I laid out 6, 7, 8 bangers yesterday, and I was like, it's starting to get too good. Probably best I walk away. Price action is going to be ridiculous. I'm liable to take a loss. So I exercise restraint because I tell the students to do that, and I will be leading a bad example. So I take about, on average, about 2 to 3 trades a day. If the price action is really good, 4 or 5, like yesterday. Like as far as like if I'm on a heater, well, I sort of kind of try and chill out. What are they getting ready to do here? This is tempting. It's like they're trying to shoot this, but then they're also engineering this LR here. Like they're doing this staircasing pattern as though like they're going to fool people. Anything you're seeing right now? No, not really. Trump's supposed to be speaking at what time? 2:30. This is trying to shoot. ES is trying to shoot. NQ is not that clear. ES is actively trying to shoot and take out this. Like you can see it gearing up. The trippers, what's going on, buddy? Mm-hmm. ES is trying to shoot. I think that the biggest draw on liquidity is with ES. Screw NQ. I think that when ES shoots, it's just going to drag NQ along for the ride. Pair trade in the making. Yeah, I don't think that ES is just going to stop right here, right now, and just dump a quarter of a percent. I think that at the minimum they're getting ready to eclipse this high. This right here screams short me. which is why I think they're getting ready to shoot it.
They can fool others.
Who?
I said they can fool others.
Yeah, they can fool others. That's not me. Man, they fooled me today. So I took a loss. I'm not gonna lie, took a little loss. It gotta be shit. The shit I was looking at, shit right here. I was trying to target this volume balance up in here, but then they flash jumped it for 3 minutes, and I figured I was getting ready to do it. That's why I closed it out right here. And then they did it, and then they shot it up, and then they just took it out. So they got me. They still took out what I was looking at, which took it to point. You could still be slightly early. What are they trying to do? They want us to short it. It isn't ready. The Tripper says. Yeah. I don't think that it's ready. I think the ES is trying to shoot this. Guys, I got a question. If you think that they're getting ready to shoot this and then take this out, put pump. If you think they're getting ready to dump this and then come down over to here and here at a minimum, put dump. I want to see what you think. Let's see the poll. Discord and TikTok. Let's see the poll. What do you think? I'll give you a hint. It's really not on NQ. It's on ES. What do you think? TJ says dump. Cloud says dump. Dump first. Casper says. Okay. What y'all think? CME says dump. Okay. What y'all think, Discord? Everyone says dump. Okay. I'm gonna go contrary, and I'm gonna say pump. Wanna know why I'm gonna say pump? Because everybody's saying dump, and I think that they're gonna do the most obvious thing, but in the least obvious way that hurts the most amount of people. That's what I think. I don't think that they're getting ready to dump. I think they're getting ready to pump. I think that makes the most sense because that's what will hurt the most amount of people. Go? No. Yes. They just created a volume balance on NQ, so they're going to slightly pull it back to fill it. Okay, they just filled it just now. I'm looking at it on my other screen, by the way. I don't think that not one person here said pump. Okay, CC says pump is pump it up song. Okay. One person inside Discord said pump. Dump. Trump is talking soon. It's going to range. 7-4 says. I think that before they range, that they're going to eclipse this high and potentially shoot this up in the head and then target that liquidity zone. And I think they're going to do it in a way that you're not even going to be able to react. That's what I think. Let's test out my safe indicator. Do people feel safe shorting this? Let's test it. This ties to the lesson that I gave inside the class inside Discord, the free class for Discord. It's free. You need to watch that class. You will understand the safe indicator so you don't do shit like this. So you don't get fooled by stuff like this. You see that? They're making you feel safe. The safest thing to do right now is to short this on this vertical move because you'll go, oh, I get the best short entry. I think that at a minimum that they're getting ready to eclipse this high here. High at 68150. 68150. This is now a perfect double top.
If we take that out, we're going for the daily fair value gap in the 800s.
Yes. Oh, let's see.
We ran off the 30-minute OB too, so.
Yeah, we have not tested this daily fair value gap. That's a good point.
That's why you can't short. You got to zoom out. You want the short, take it at 800. You're probably going to get 500 to 800 points. It's happened every 3 days. 2 to 3 days, you get your 1,000-point run. We don't play the range day. Just the way that market structure is giving it to you, go back test this weekend. Every 2 to 3 days, we get somewhere around a 500-point move, either both directions or just one direction.
Great analysis. I agree. I think this market is bullish. The only thing that I'm concerned about though is this. This is what I told Discord. This is the only thing that I'm concerned about though, trippers, is this. We've been floating up here ever since I said that we've been floating up, and we've been engineering this LR over here on a 15-minute time frame, and we have not pulled back. This is what I think. This is what I told
100%.
Discord. I told them that I want to see them pop 625. So I sent this out on a pre-market trading plan because I think that if they pop this, then they can start to then run this shit that they've been engineering. Guys, we've just been floating up over here on a
Engineered liquidity right there. You said it.
Yeah, guys, we've been engineering this LR over here. Guys, I want to see them like do some shit like this and run this shit and then potentially come up into the zone here like this. We've been floating up over here like this.
The only reason I have my analysis on the long side first to hit that daily fair value